Who you calling, cereal? Man? Maya? Did she just run away? Come out from under the table already, Maya! But watch the first episode, Kaiju Wright, and it's so cool. Oh, right. Hi, old man. How are you? Right, how are you talking to you? Thing. Most likely gumshoes. But let's present him with, this girl right now. What do you make of this?
Sorry, pal. All I can think about is Maggie at the moment.
Oh, of course. My doppelganger. Okay. You can't think of anyone but Maggie, I see. If I show you Maggie, what are you gonna think then?
Maggie's probably crying all alone right now, huh?
Yeah, thanks to you.
Ah, I'm sorry! I'm so sorry!
Maya, don't torch poor Gumshoe's feelings like they're cups of cheap creme brulee.
You're really crazy about Maggie, aren't you?
No! No! I'm just... I'm not... It's not that I...
You don't have to hide it, Gumshoe. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah, you're way too plain looking for Maggie, right?
I'd arrest you right now if you weren't so right.
You would arrest her for doing that? Anyway... Let's unlock your singular lock. Because I know you're listening to the radio for the lottery. The radio. Alright, Detective Gumshoe. Tell me the truth. What were you listening to?
No way, pal. Now that you've made a big thing out of it, I'm not gonna tell you.
We'll see about that, pal. Considering all the noise you were making while you were listening, it's pretty clear what kind of radio program it was. I'd say it was related to... Yes, the fake badge. The paper badge. Here we go. Lottery. I'm right, aren't I? You were listening to the lottery results, weren't you? You thought you tried to win big, just like Lynn Elg did.
It's like it's like you could see right through me!
Huh? I've cracked him already?
See, pal? That's why I said it was nothing!
Then why keep it from me if it was nothing? Radio.
I'm usually pretty lucky, so I figured I'd give it a try.
What's with everyone in the lottery?
So, how did it go?
I won 50 cents! It'd be better to win nothing at all, but than have a lousy buck. I was so mad!
Yeah, I know the feeling.
I bought the same kind of ticket as Mr. Elk, see? And they've got this special radio show where they announce the winning numbers. They even do the drawings live on the air. It's intense, pal.
I bet that's why Mr. Elk was listening to... I bet that's what Mr. Elk was listening to on the day he was killed.
Yeah. What time is it now?
It's just after 1:30.
And are the lottery results always broadcasted at the same time?
Yeah. Look, I got this flyer when I bought the ticket.
Millionaire radio flyer added to the court record. Every Monday at 1:30 p.m.
Millionaire radio? Sounds cool. I want to try it, Nick.
Well, as long as you use your own money, I'm not giving you any. Then buy a ticket, Maya. With your own money. See? Even Nick gets me! He understands! We're not gonna let you drag us into debt just so that you can win a lottery ticket!
Well, I'm gonna head back to the precinct now. We got a big meeting starting in a bit.
About Maggie's case, you mean?
No, that's pretty much wrapped up now. There's another big case going down at the moment, so she's been pushed aside.
Oh, hi.
Oh, well, see you later then.
Bye!
Okay, bye. Oh, you're back? What? Did you forget something? What's up? What? Hi? Gumshoe, what's up? You You better get going, detective, or you'll be late. Because it always comes back to murder. I cannot escape murder. Murder follows me wherever I go.
Actually,
Gato is a very interesting character, to say the least. I mean, he keeps throwing coffee at me. It's at least not as bad as being whipped every 2 seconds, but oh my gosh, the guy is obsessed with coffee.
I've kinda got a favor to ask. It's a big one!
A favor?
Yeah, it's for, Maggie, actually. I was kinda hoping you'd give this to her for me.
Is that just right?
What is it?
It's a lunchbox. I got up early so I can make it.
Coffee addiction.
I've been really worried about her. She looked like she lost a lot of weight.
Detective Gumshoe. How many weenies are in here? There's not a person on Earth who could down this much meat.
You think? I love weenies. I can't get enough of their tender juiciness. So will you give it to her? It took me ages to make, so please say you will, pal.
What do you mean it will take you ages? This is like canned weenies. It's not even the ones in the plastic packaging. You pulled them from the can and just dumped them into a box with rice.
I love weenies. I can't get enough of them. They're so juicy and so tender. I like the really thick ones too.
I can't exactly say no, can I? Gumshoe's lunchbox given to me to carry. Fills the stomach with love and plenty of weenies.
Maybe I'll eat it myself if I get hungry.
No, don't eat it! It's a love lunchbox filled with all of Gumshoe's weenies! You can't just eat it! It has to go to the one he loves!
Don't forget, okay? I'm counting on you to get that to Maggie.
Oh, he's finally gone. Really? I wonder how embarrassed that writer felt. Developer felt. Just show up in their lunches in the game suddenly. Okay, to the detention center. January 7th, detention center, visitors room.
Oh, Mr. Wright!
Hello, Maggie. So, they finished questioning you?
Wasn't it just unbelievable in court today, sir? I'm going to stay up all night and blog about everything that happened.
It let you on the internet while you were in jail?
Weren't you scared? It was pretty touch and go in there. Yeah, but you totally nailed that old man.
Well, he was all over the place with his testimony.
He's not the only one. Huh? What do you mean? Everyone else's testimonies don't match up either. Not with what I remember at the incident, anyway.
Is it possible that she's the one misremembering things? Contradictions.
Maggie, you know how you said that everyone else provided testimony that doesn't match up with what you remember? Yep. There are just so many things that don't seem to add up. The biggest contradiction is the other guy I saw at the victim's table. He was the one who slipped something in the victim's coffee. I'm sure it was him.
Oh, really? That's why there's a random dove singing with the pigeons. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. So, oh, okay. but they had to take it out for space reasons, and they put it in this one, and they just add like tidbits like, "Oh, you think I'm Masty Mask? You think I'm a thief?" Just to like sprinkle in a bit of what was going on in the last case to make it seem like it's going on. That's interesting.
He was the one who slipped something in the victim's coffee. I'm sure it was him.
But didn't Mr. Kudo testify earlier today that it was the waitress who put some white powder into the coffee cup?
So you really think it was this disappeared man that did it? Well, he's not the only thing that disappeared. The CD vanished as well. You know, the CD with the writing on it.
Oh, I had that.
Oh yeah, the MC Screwdriver album, right?
It was MC Bomber, Maya. The name was scrawled on the sports paper as well.
You never did find the CD at the crime scene, sir.
Or the victim's medication. That's gone missing too.
Ouch, my head. This is getting way too complicated for me.
Then go back to the office and leave me alone, please! After the incident, you said that you passed out when the victim, Glenelle, collapsed, right?
Yes. It's so embarrassing. I mean, I used to be a cop. When I came to, the restaurant was buzzing with police. Before I knew what was going on, they arrested me, sir.
So between the time the victim collapsed and the time the police arrived on the scene, you have no idea what went on at Trilogy.
No, no idea at all. Why? Is it important, Mr. Wright?
Kind of. The other witness, the old man from the park, was pretty much chased out of the picture.
Chased out of the picture? What do you mean? Old Sadie wasn't inside the restaurant when he was told to go... because he was told to go call the police.
Exactly. And you, Maggie, were unconscious. That means Mr. Armstrong was alone in the restaurant for a brief period of time.
No! You don't think Mr. Armstrong set me up? Do you?
When you consider the facts, it's hard to imagine that Mr. Armstrong is involved in this at all.
It's like the master behind the paw of the dog that it feeds.
What? The master behind the paw of the dog? What?
Are you sure about this, Mr. Wright?
Well, the old man said as much when we spoke with him earlier.
I don't know. The things that man says don't add up for some reason, sir.
Maggie looks like she's trying to figure something out.
Maybe we should ask Maggie exactly what she knows about old Sadie.
Oh, there's quite a few things that I need to give her, like this lunchbox! Oh yeah, I've got something you're going to love.
Really? What is it?
It's a bunch of Wheaties with some rice. A lunchbox, just for you. Here.
Wow, a lunchbox. Wheaties too! I can't believe it. Thank you, sir. Did you make this just for me, Mr. Wright? Nah, it was Detective Gumshoe. Who else would make such a nice lunchbox for you? I mean, it's packed full of his weenies. Detective Gumshoe. He's really worried about you. Looks like you put a lot of effort into making this too. And weenies. It's not just any weenies, it's Gumshoe's weenies. I can't accept it. Detention center rules. No gifts allowed, sir.
Hey, come on, Maggie. Don't be like that.
The rules are the rules! I'll lock you up if you break them.
Somehow, if next cop turned waitress says that, seems a whole lot scarier.
And anyway, I hate weenies.
You didn't seem to hate them until I said that it was Gumshoes.
Oh, really? It's all yours, Mia. You can enjoy it with Mr. Wright.
No, I don't want Gumshoes Wheaties. Gumshoes Wheaties are meant to go to the one that he loves.
But...
She's right. It's better than letting it go to waste. No, don't eat the weenies! It's Gumshoe's weenies! Don't eat Gumshoe's weenies! Just leave it for Maggie!
I guess so.
No! Do not eat them! This will make us into star-crossed lovers! I know he put some sort of love potion in this! Gumshoe's lunchbox. Eat it with me, What? It's Gumshoe's supposed to be eaten by us! It's supposed to be the same girl sitting in front of us! Maggie should be the one eating it, not me! Oh my gosh! And she clearly liked Weenie. She's like,
Oh, and weenies! Oh, weenies!
holding your grudge against Gumshoe so hard. It's not like he wanted you to be in jail. He's the one who brought me out here to get you out of jail. He doesn't like you being in jail. He actually likes you. He loves you. Come on, just notice that. Yeah, I didn't even want to eat his weenies. I was kind of forced into it. He like shoved it down my throat.
Well, how was it?
That hit the spot. I love weenies. I love weenies. Stop it.
Oh, good. Glad I gave it to you then, sir.
Oh, I feel bad now. Why did I have to eat that? I didn't have to eat that. Why did I anyway? I found the disc.
You know, I used to be on the police force. I'm incarcerated now. I don't pick up much information in here. All I can help you out with now is the menu at Trebian.
Hey, come on, Maggie. Don't let your spirits fall. This is the CD you said that's gone. Hello? Hello, this is the CD. Put your apron.
Oh, yeah. That's from when I was carrying a customer's breakfast over to them.
The ketchup splotch, you mean?
My whole face was fire engine red thanks to that stuff. But you spilled that ketchup on your apron, didn't you? I don't see how... The ketchup-covered omelet went flying and hit the customer in the face.
Oh, talk about a tomato red face. Makes me wish I could have seen it myself. It hits them in the face and it just stays there for a solid minute. And she's freaking out and it just slowly falls onto the table. Yeah, it's definitely better than what they serve at Trebian.
Yeah, I guess. It was kind of a sight to behold.
I want to eat Gumshoe's weenies. Why'd I have to eat his weenies? Is this the guy?
Holy smokes! Huh? That's your phony, Mr. Wright. Just look at the ridiculous suntan.
For the record, I'm not sunburned like an overdried tomato, so I don't know how.
He told me he'd been on a business trip to Hawaii, and that's where he got the tan.
I'm not hearing this.
I feel much better after the trial this morning. I've been a bit of a courtroom proceedings addict for years now. It feels like forever since I saw a witness as slippery as that old man.
He's not really that bad of an old man, though.
Still, feel a bit uneasy.
Huh? I thought you just said you felt much better. Maggie, if there's something on your mind, you've got to tell us. Especially if it has anything to do with Mr. Kudo or his testimony.
Roger! I'll spill it all and see what you can make of it.
Okay. What do you have? Is there anything about Mr. Kudo's testimony that stood out as odd to you?
Actually, yes. The fact that he was even testifying to begin with doesn't quite...
Doesn't quite what?
Well, when I took the copy over to the victim's table... It's true that there was another customer in the restaurant.
Yeah, we know that already. It was Victor Kudo.
But I can't really say. It was an old man.
Okay, then how about calling him a really old middle-aged man?
No, age isn't the issue. The other customer was... a woman.
A woman?
Are you sure, Maggie? Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. So, what did this woman look like? She was sort of creepy. And she had kind of a cackling laugh.
Creepy?
Cackling?
Why do I have the feeling I've come across a woman like that recently? Oh! Okay, now you'll talk about that woman I tried to show you. This lady?
Oh, what are you doing?
You should know her! Literally, we're talking about her!
Is that her attorney's badge?
Like my badge! What are you talking about? Actually, it's a fake.
Holy smokes. Huh? That's the badge your bowling had, Mr. Wright.
I know! Well, Gato and freaking Gumshoe weren't there, so that's understandable, but... And the judge is a bit and I can understand if Payne fell for it, because Payne is an idiot. But how did she fall for it? That's the question. Freaking man looks like a lobster. How do you even mistake him for me? You got duped by this?
That's a completely different color.
And what about the fact that it's made of paper?
He said the badge got a tan as well, while he was in Hawaii on business.
Of course. Yeah, the lobster mobster. I'm beginning to see how my phony was able to gain her trust. How about the radio flyer? Nope. He looks like a lobster. You can't really fault me for that now, can ya? Wait, I think I know what I need to do now. Because I've hit a wall with Maggie, but... Oh, right! I never went to blue screens! Forgot about that. Yeah, I've been calling him Lobster anyway. I don't want to call him Tiger. Well, maybe if I go to blue screens, I might get more evidence. So let me go there first. I forgot blue screens existed. What the frick is this? What's under the table? January 7th, Blue Screens Incorporated. What is that? Man, get out of the way! You're literally standing in front of what either could be a mannequin body or some important clue. Please get out of the way!
Wow, this place is so high-tech. You can almost smell the electricity in the air.
It is a computer firm, Mia. They can't work without electricity, you know? Who are you? Oh, robot lady, hi!
Oh, hello?
I'm sorry. Access is restricted to authorized personnel only. This is a computer programming laboratory. There are far too many trade secrets that could be leaked.
How? What secrets?
Everything you see here is classified. No information can leave this building.
Understood.
Wow. Wow? What? Who is this woman? She's like a robot from some kind of whacked educational show. Educational show? Oh, it's a deliberate misspelling? It's just a misspelling of it. She does look... What is that cartoon? What is that cartoon? Is it Cybernauts? It's not Cybernauts, is it? There's like a cartoon where it's a bunch of math. Cyber Chase, right! She looks like Motherboard from Cyber Chase. Yeah, Cyber Chase. I used to love watching Cyber Chase as a kid. I absolutely adored it. But she definitely looks like Motherboard from Cyber Chase. Oh my gosh. Hello, Motherboard. How are you? Yeah, I grew up with it too. It's been forever since I've seen it, though. I remember Lord Hacker, that's for sure. Who can forget? Who can forget Lord Hacker? That's one of the villains that I love because of how goofy he is. Even though he's trying his best. I always found Motherboard creepy, though. She was... I think it's because she was like 3D in a 2D plane. But still, Cyber Chase. Oh my gosh. It's impossible to forget freaking hacker. I would adore it whenever it came on. Whenever it came on, I would stop everything and just watch it. I haven't watched it in forever. I even played like the game on PBS. It's been forever though. I barely remember much. I remember stuff about a bucket. And then trying to figure out the perimeter of a pen so that has more area. Anyway, hi Motherboard, how are you? Memories. I love Cyber Chase, but I never liked Arthur. Arthur just felt weird to me. I was fine with it, but it was too weird. I preferred Cyber Chase over Arthur. Which is a weird thing to say, considering there's a talking dodo.
My name is Lisa Basil.
Okay, Motherboard.
I'm the company director.
Director? She's human? She seems more like a ghost in a shell. And that thing over her eye. Is that the same device as Glenelle's?
That's a DMH, right?
Nice try. That's the other way around, Maya. It's an HMD.
All my programmers here at Blue Screens Incorporated are supplied with HMDs. Do you write programs too? No, I just enjoy wearing this.
You get the humor of Motherboard too, don't you? It's been forever. I don't quite remember, but it feels like you do.
They are pretty cool. I wouldn't mind one.
How are you, Motherboard? Blue Screens Incorporated. So, what exactly is this firm's business?
I will try to simplify it so that you can understand. We analyze the data management systems required by certain branches of industry, and then deliver optimum operating systems and source-level components to them. Huh? You lost me on the corner of analyze and management.
It doesn't matter. They analyze stuff. You got that much, right?
The software we produce is distributed on CDs. CDs? Yes, compact disc, digital optical storage device, media.
Ah! It's so... Why? Of course, CDs are used for software as well as music.
It's a small firm, but all of my employees are first-class programmers. Let's ask one of them what they are doing. Excuse me, what are you working on right now?
I am researching the impact of time slicing on logical excess of shared global variables. Obviously influences response and performance. Variables and memory overheads is vitally important.
Well, you get the idea. This is the sort of thing we are involved in. Did you good people follow all of that? Yeah?
Wait, really? Arthur was still going 2 years ago? I thought it ended a long time ago. I didn't even know it was that popular to still be going. Wait, when was Cyber Chase ended? Because Cyber Chase was awesome. When did they end that? 15 seasons started in 2002. It ended in 2017 then? Wait a second. Oh, wait. No, it's still going. Wait, is it? I'm confused. Cyber Chase still going? The 13th season was announced October 19th, 2020 and premiered in February 25, 2022. 14th season premiered on April 21st, 2023. 15th season is scheduled to premiere on April 27th. Oh, it's still... Cyber Chase out! More well known than Cyber Chase, but Cyber Chase is going on longer. I want to watch the show. I know it's like an educational show for kids, but it's still an awesome show. I mean, come on. It taught you math, sure, but it did it in such a fun way that you can understand it. And there's gonna be a 15th season? I thought there was only a few. It's been so long. So long since I've watched it. I really want to watch it now. I want to watch it just for the memories. It's been so long.
Yeah.
Your blank smile just said otherwise, Maya. Okay, so what happened? You know about what happened, right, Miss Basil?
You mean about Quinn being poisoned?
Yes, I know. It's terrible.
Can you tell us anything that might be helpful?
I don't think so. The police officer was here earlier, too. But I couldn't tell him anything either because the waitress who committed the crime has nothing to do with Blue Streams Incorporated. I apologize, I'm gonna get back to this. Hello, motherboard.
Oh,
How about Mr. Elg's desk? Have you cleared it out already?
no, not yet.
It's this one right in front of you.
If there's anything that might be useful to you,
You are welcome to take it. I guess there might be a clue here somewhere. Okay, thank you for talking to me, motherboard. Let me check out this mannequin. No clues here. Really? No clues about the broken mannequin pieces underneath his desk? Oh, Post-it notes.
Oh, look at this mess.
Looks like they're all betting tickets.
What kind of betting?
For betting on which horse will win a given race. With horse racing tickets.
Oh, wow. These drawers are stuffed full of these.
Looks like they're all losing tickets, though. Glen Elg's losing horse racing tickets gathered up. Over 500 of them. How gather 500 tickets? What? 500? Did I just gather them and just shove them into my pockets, or do I have a bag? Is Maya have like a secret compartment in her robe somewhere? What the frick?
This many tickets would get you, what, $1 down on the recycling center? But I didn't know you were so hard up that you try to profit from the dead, Nick.
They're all losing. What are you talking about? Just taking them as evidence, Maya. In the nightmare video section of Wild. Well, they're very disturbing villains if you think about it. And even though it's supposed to be for kids, it got very dark. Like, the Wildcrats would end up almost being killed like every other episode. Some episodes, they're fine. Nothing's happening. They're just hanging out with animals. They're just experiencing and teaching what animals are doing. Then the next, they're about to be cooked in a pot by some random chef that believes that they're a gecko. I could be wrong about the gecko part, but I'm pretty sure that's happened before. Where the chef dude that's riding around in the weird boat thing that you usually see in bayous. Anyway, we need to stop focusing on Wildcrats.
Oh, look at this desk, Nick. What a mess.
Looks pretty average to me.
But you can't get any work done with everything all over the place like this.
Yeah. Oh, his name's Gormon? The guy I was talking about? Yeah, Wildcrats is an educational, fun, happy, wholesome show where children get to learn about exotic wild animals. But be careful because their enemies are not as wholesome. They'll end up cooking you for dinner if they catch you. And they'll cook your pet tiger too. Wait, what's the villain that that made them into pelts or something? Wildcat villains. Let me look at that. He is the guy with the robots. Okay, I see. What? This guy's psychotic! Zach Burlington wants to turn animals into robots! What the frick is this? Yeah, she's the fashion designer that makes animals into jewelry while they're still alive. Right, because she froze like a gecko onto her ear and it was still alive and used as an earring. I remember her freaking turning a gecko into an earring and then just hanging it off her ear. Donita incorporates animals into whatever she is making by placing them in suspended animation in which the animals cannot move but are still fully conscious. She shows them off at fashion shows or sells them as pieces of jewelry or other accessories. This chick is a freaking wildcat villain on a kids show. She literally hangs them in suspended animation and then just does whatever she wants. Oh, okay, I found the only good one because she at least changed her mind and started a nature preserve. At least Paisley Paver changed her mind and started a wildlife preserve, but all the others are very concerning. Anyway, back to this. No, we went from playing to talking about Cyber Chase, then talking about Wildcrats. Curious.
You can't get any work done with everything all over the place like this.
You think? Real whiz kids can work under any condition, you know. She's trying to hint that I should tidy my desk more. I'll clean up my desk when Maya stops asking silly questions. Don't hurry then.
Hey, this calendar.
What about it? If this was another hint about tidying, you can forget it.
Someone's marked December 3rd in red pen.
December 3rd? That's the day Mr. Elg was murdered. Is there anything else?
Yeah, it says, meet with the tiger.
The tiger? Glenn's calendar adds to court record. Interesting. Anyway, I'm done ranting. I'm gonna go back to the game. He's really pounding that keyboard, isn't he?
Oh, I bet that's where the pro-am programmer comes from, huh? I guess I shouldn't be resting on my laurels. I expand my skill set and all that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Maybe I could become old CD's apprentice.
And what about your spirit medium training?
Hey, look, Nick! It's a supercomputer! It looks like it's really smart and wise, doesn't it?
Computers are only as smart as the humans who use them, Maya.
That explains why we don't use the computer in our office.
You work there too, Maya.
Yeah, but at least I'm...
Please, don't argue about something so trivial. Okay, motherboard. Otherwise, the computer will laugh at you.
What do you mean it will laugh at me?
Is it sentient? Is it an AI? Why do you have an AI computer?
She said she'd laugh at us, Nick.
She's a human, Maya, not a computer, even though I truly believe you're motherboard. She's gotta be motherboard. I mean, there's no way she can't be motherboard. Those pillars almost look like they're moving. It's kind of unsettling, does it? In a weird way, yes, but it could just be my vision slowly failing.
Nah, I just look a bit twisted or warped or whatever word I'm looking for.
And this office was designed with a futuristic feel in mind.
Futuristic?
Yes, we tried to imagine that things might look like in the future when we designed it. It helps to soothe and calm the soul.
On second thought, I agree with you, Nick. This place is really unsettling.
Okay. Hi, motherboard. How are you? So, can you tell me about this?
Would you mind taking a look at this?
I'm sorry. That data is super admin restricted. Desktop access password protected.
Super admin restricted desktop access password protected. What? This is madness!
No, Maya. That is a that's a Sparta. She won't tell us unless we say the right code word.
Code word? Sesame! If it's not Sesame, then it must be her mother's maiden name. That's how it always is.
There's no point in having a password if it's always the same thing, Maya. I guess she just doesn't want to talk about this.
Maybe we should focus on asking about Glen Elk. What do you say?
Motherboard, stop bringing up Sparta! Okay, fine. Fine. I'll bring up... Absolutely not a robot! Yeah, clearly not! About Mr. Elk. He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. But he did suffer from 1 or 2 bugs in his personality.
Oh? Like what?
He was a bit of a loser. Perhaps that would be the best way to describe it.
What?
That's what got him into trouble.
What do you mean? What's the matter?
He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. So he's really no trouble at all. A model employee. Hey, wait a minute! Just now you said something about him being in trouble? We've gotta find out what this trouble was exactly. Yeah, what is the trouble? What's the trouble? About Mr. Elk. Was he in some kind of trouble? I'm sorry. Why would you think that? I thought you said something about it just now. You said he got himself into trouble because he was a bit of a loser. Oh, Psyche Lock. 3 Psyche Locks.
I guess Mr. Elk is like every other man with his own pile of secrets.
Okay, well... I'm gonna check the kitchen again. He's not here. Okay. Fancy Pants isn't here. Clockworth isn't here. Hello, old man. How are you? How are you? Let's see if I... Wait, let me save first. Let's see if I have what I need to break your Psyche Locks before I go bothering Motherboard more. The head bandage. You said the bandage around your head was from an operation? You also said you suffered a fatal injury on the head, correct? Yes. The operation was very difficult, apparently. Now, by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right? Did the injury in question have something to do with this? Not that one. It is a sheet of paper, but it's the $15,000 one, not the $500,000. I have here a car repair bill. From this, it seems pretty obvious that this car was involved in an accident. Let me see that. This bill is made out to the cut of Ferennies. Yes, it is. I don't think I ever introduced myself. Tell me, what do the Cadbury's have to do with me? Something tells me she's not about to say hi and introduce herself. Alright then. The relationship with the Cadbury's is very strong, and this is why. Me? I don't have that. What do you mean It's very strong. Is she like their daughter? How do I... Okay, well, goodbye. I don't have what I need, apparently. I thought I did. Who are the Cadbury's? Maybe I'll learn... Okay. Criminal Affairs Department. Oh, here we go. January 7th, Police Station. Criminal Affairs Department. The main server just went up in smoke. Why the heck isn't the press conference set up yet? Superintendent's here already. Oh, cool. Yeah, and there's a problem with the internet too. I told you to stop using your computer, Chief. I'm watching videos online, catching up on my Asian soap operas. I'm gonna have to wait. It's gonna have to wait, Chief. I'm throwing the switch. Are they dealing with, Oh, that must be what the MC Bomber is. No! Just when Soom Young Guy was about to confess his son's hot to truck girlfriend.
What? Wow, this place is really buzzing.
Are you really watching Asian soap operas at the friggin' what the frick? Something must be going down. Something really big.
Huh? What are you doing here, pal?
Detective Gumshoe.
You can't be here right now. You'll be roped into the briefing if you stay.
Huh?
We've got big problems here today.
Why? What's going on?
It's a virus! A virus!
Virus.
There's a virus ripping through the precinct's computer system.
I really need to ask you some questions.
Okay, I'm gonna say this once, so listen up.
Yes?
No matter how poor you get, never borrow money from a place like this, you hear?
Okay.
If you got money trouble, just go on a diet of instant noodles and hang in there!
You was borrowed from them before? We're not thinking about borrowing money, Detective. We want information.
Oh, is that all? Well, let's see. Tenderlunder is considered to be even fishier than the average illegal loan shark. It seems it ran into troubles just recently. Those guys have been pretty heavy-handed pulling in all their debts.
Really?
Don't go poking your nose around in their business, pal. You'll really regret it if you upset that lady.
Alright, I get the picture. Hey, wait a minute. What did he just say? That lady? What do you mean, that lady?
Who's this lady he's talking about, Nick?
Better find out the story. Better find out what the story is with this lady. Pure viruses.
So, what exactly is a computer virus, Detective Gumshoe?
I don't know.
What?
Look, I just go with the flow, alright, pal?
And here I thought detectives were supposed to be somewhat knowledgeable.
What's with that face, pal? You think you know what a virus is?
Well, Nick, do you?
Yes? A virus is essentially a computer program that destroys your computer system from the inside out. It steals your information, it shuts down your computer, causes system malfunction, and causes everything to essentially go away. Wait, a virus is not food! Do not eat it! Computer virus? Sure. I mean, only in simple terms, of course.
Really? Wow, you know everything, Professor Nick.
I just know basics. When you said is virus a food, all I can think of is
mayonnaise an instrument?
No, mayonnaise is not an instrument, Yogama.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you Dr. Wright from now on.
This is basic information.
Hey, that sounds pretty cool. Don't you agree, Dr. Wright?
I'm not a doctor. Why do I get the feeling they're making fun of me? Making fun of me. Okay, fine. I'm no expert. I can at least explain the basics to the two of you. What's a virus? A virus is a program that gets inside a computer and causes damage.
Damage? You mean it makes the machine go boom and explode?
No, the damage is, well, it's all internal.
So the inside goes boom, right?
In layman's terms. Imagine all the case data you've got stored on your PCs here in the station. A virus can wipe out all that. That's the kind of damage I'm talking about.
Whoa, that's scary.
Yeah, and what's even scarier is that viruses are infectious.
Infectious?
Most computers are connected together in a network, right? A virus can move from one machine to another of a network. So the virus just keeps spreading faster and faster.
Just like a real virus, huh?
But Nick, why would anyone want to make a program like that?
Yeah, it takes ages to type in all that data. Why would you want to destroy it, pal?
No, people don't infect their own machines. They send the virus to someone else's.
What? That's horrible.
Oh, I get it. It's like you sneezing on Mr. Gato so he catches a cold.
I mean, did you say God? Why? Right. Then he wouldn't be able to turn up in court because he got too sick. You really shouldn't do stuff like that, Nick. It's wrong. I'm not doing it. You're the ones who even suggested it.
Who? What? Where? When and why did this conversation jump to talking about me? Anyway, and that's what computer virus is. A bad program that causes damage.
You know, the different viruses have names, right? I kind of feel like I've heard the name of the virus we caught somewhere before.
The name of the virus, huh? I feel like I've heard of it before too. Oh, is it MC Bomber? Is MC Bomber? Detective Gumshoe, about this.
What? I'm trying to concentrate on making the virus right now, so I... Ah! This is it! This stupid name! I remember now!
I thought so. Here it comes.
Don't just nod to yourself and keep me in the dark, Nick. What's going on?
You're always in the dark because you don't know how to turn on the light. It's okay, Maya. You don't have to cry about it.
The name's scribbled on that sports paper and written on that CD. That's the name of the virus! MC Bomber!
What?
Yeah! The virus just infected every computer in the station, pal! It's MC Bomber!
Can you give us any more details? Please. Yeah, more details, please. MC Bomber.
We already knew about the MC Bomber virus from a while back. A group of criminals issued a series of demands to the head honchos of law enforcement. They threatened to release the virus if their demands weren't met.
Who are they?
I don't know. Some hotshots for the criminal underworld would be my guess.
And now the virus has been released, huh?
Yeah, it's in every computer in every public office in the city. Everyone's going nuts. They're hopping around like they're dancing at a carnival.
All this stuff with criminals and viruses? It almost feels like we're in a sci-fi movie.
Apparently, the programmer who made the virus was a real genius or something. The focus right now is on tracing the root of its virus on the black market.
You mean someone put this virus up for sale?
Yeah, and because this one's so powerful, they're estimating its price tag was in the millions of dollars, pal.
In the millions? A virus can be worth that much? MC Bomber updated in court record. Contains a computer virus program. Okay. What can you tell me about... What do you think about this, Detective Gumshoe?
Sorry, pal. We can't discuss anything connected to the case.
Hey! I thought you said you were going to help us out.
I can't help you out if I don't have any info.
Yeah, I suppose the retrial has only just begun. Oh, I need to go on a blue screen. That's where I need to go. Hello, Motherboard. How are you? I hope Hacker hasn't done anything so far. I don't remember why Hacker's after you. Does he want to destroy you, or does he want to marry you? I forget which one it was. I don't even remember the main characters that much. I just remember Motherboard and Hacker. And the Dodo. The Cyber Dodo. Alright, let's do this. How are you, Motherboard? Let's break your psyche locks, so that Hacker can get in. Glenn's troubles. So, how about you tell me what kind of trouble Mr. L was in? I'm sorry, sir, but we don't deal with troubleshooting here. Perhaps you'd like to speak to someone in customer service. What's she talking about? Guess I better just take a shot and see where it gets me. Miss Basil, let me ask you something. Did Mr. L's trouble have something to do with this? I didn't say it beforehand. It's just gonna take one bit of help. It's not too bad. Do that. Well, what do you think? I'm not sure. Let's ask one of the programmers. Excuse me, can you answer this man's query, please? The data
cube, the Mandu system takes multitasking simulation for local variables. Transmission on active nodes can be bundled correctly, obviously.
So I'm afraid that it is this situation you see. Did you good people follow that?
Not even slightly. What was all that mumbo-jumbo?
It is exactly as my programming explained.
I'm guessing I picked the wrong piece of evidence here.
Would you like to input another question?
I guess I better just take a shot and see where it gets me. Lottery tickets. There we go.
What is that?
A bunch of horse racing tickets. All losing ones.
With that many tickets, you could get $1 at the recycling center. You good people are very, very bad. Cashing in on others' misfortunes is immoral.
Is that a whiff of hypocrisy I smell?
But what is the relevance of these tickets?
The victim, Mr. Glenn Elk. He had a gambling habit, didn't he?
I don't think that's a logical conclusion based on the facts. Everyone likes to go to the races from time to time.
Yeah, but not everyone buys this many tickets.
Anyway, I don't believe that proves anything on its own.
You're right, but I'm not through yet. Mr. Elk's gambling wasn't restricted to horse races, was it? Do I do the radio flyer, or do I pull up the lottery ticket? Radio flyer.
Everyone likes to gamble from time to time.
Huh?
But be careful. If you're careless, you can lose everything. Your money, people's trust, etc.
Looks like I got the wrong one. Got that one wrong.
Anyway, I don't believe that proves anything on its own.
You're right. I'm not through yet. Okay, fine. Dang it. I chose the wrong thing, but it's still related to the thing. Here's the lottery ticket. The lottery, horse racing. He bought a lot of tickets and lost a lot of times. That's got to have hurt his wallet pretty bad, don't you think? Oh, motherboard's sweating. Oh no, she's got a virus. Maybe bad enough to be the case of some pretty serious trouble, perhaps. No!
You are right. Lynn did have a gambling habit. You good people must not follow his example. Do you understand?
Trust me, even if I wanted to, I don't exactly have the money to buy any.
But, if you win, there's no problem, is there? And Lynn had a winning ticket, didn't he? For $500,000.
Yeah, but...
It's hard to imagine how he would have been in trouble then, isn't it?
It's true that Mr. Elk won $500,000 in the end. But that was his first stroke of good luck. He was in deep trouble before that.
Deep trouble? What do you mean?
Mr. Elk's real problem was with someone or something more terrifying and ferocious. There you go. Furio Tiger, the boss of the loan office called Tenderlender.
Tenderlender. People with businesses should think harder before naming their offices.
Like you're one to talk. Well, what do you think?
Our firm is doing very well at the moment. I don't think we need to borrow money.
No. I mean about Mr. Elk.
You think Glenn had something to do with Furio Tiger?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I don't know of any connection between the two of them.
Really? I got proof that Mr. Elk and the tiger knew each other. Oh, the fact... the jockey calendar. Jockey calendar! No, he's not a tomato, he's a lobster! Furio Tiger, aka the Tiger, is the boss of a loan office called Tenderlender. This is who Mr. Elk met with on the day of his murder. And the one thing a loan shark would talk with him about would be his debt.
No. It's true that Glenn had racked up quite a bit of debt from his gambling habit. About $100,000, I think.
$100,000.
Ouch. But I heard he won the lottery, so he shouldn't have been in the clear.
Shame Maggie can get a bit of that good luck. Okay. So the guy got lucky and won the lottery. But what if he hadn't won? What was his plan then?
Well, this isn't easy to say, but he said he would use his talents to repay the money.
his talents. I suspect that he was talking about programming. Well, what computer program is worth $100,000? Oh, she said, I suspect that it's something to do with that programming. Perhaps you good people should leave so I can get back to my work. I'm so close to cracking her. The program in question, is it by any chance this? Freaking Bomber MC? MC Bomber? Well, this is it, isn't it? This is the virus that's infecting computers worldwide as we speak. MC Bomber.
No!
Okay, motherboard. Broke ya. Now talk.
Lynn's head had more processing power than any computer. But it had been infected with a gambling virus. Lynn was in too deep.
You mean he was in debt?
Yes, $100,000 in debt. Not an easy amount to repay. So, he said he was taking on some extra work. Something a bit risky.
Risky? How?
Maybe he was going to become a waitress at Trilogy? What?
Where do you come up with these ideas? Risky extra work. So it's safe to say that Mr. O was the creator of this virus, huh?
The MC bombing virus. Yes. It was a work of genius. In a bad sort of way, of course. But still genius. Something like that would probably fetch several $1 million in the black market.
Inconceivable. Gumshoe was right for a change.
This date, December 3rd, that is marked on his calendar. And that was his deadline for repaying his debts. Potentially worth millions of dollars.
Computer virus made by Gwinnell. I guess we won't be needing these horse racing tickets anymore. Gwinnell's losing horse racing tickets thrown up back on the floor.
Use the trash can, Nick!
Am I really more concerned about that? What do you think about this, Detective Gumshoe?
Sorry, pal. I can't discuss anything connected.
Really? Huh. I have asked her about Gwinnell. There's nothing more to ask her about.
You said you don't want to mess with that lady. Why not her?
That's
Oh, here we go.
the girl who works over at Tenderlander. We'll stay away from her, okay? I mean it.
She does look kind of unforgiving, doesn't she?
That should be the least of your worries, pal.
What's that supposed to mean? What could be worse?
Her name's Viola Cadaverani.
Cadaverani.
She's the only granddaughter of Bruto Cadaverani.
Bruto Cadaverani. Do you know who that is, Nick?
Never heard of him. I think he's a Yakuza.
Bruto Cadaverani is the boss of the Cadaverani family.
Cadavenaries. It's one scary sounding name.
You can't touch them. They're way too powerful for the police. I mean, you're thinking of taking them on, aren't you?
No, I don't remember ever saying I was going to. I better get some info about Gumshoe about this family. What kind of varieties? I'm not sure if I really want to get involved in this, but who are the Cadaverani?
Who are they? A scary bunch of people, that's who.
You're a cop, and you're scared? What's that about? What's that about?
Trust me, it doesn't matter if you're a kid or a cop, these guys are scary. They got some serious clout in the criminal underworld. Clout. We can't touch them. They've got too much mola.
Mola? As in,
They pretty much control all this cash on the city's black market.
black market, huh? That includes Tenderlander, I take it.
Sure, no one stands up to Bruto Cadaverani, and I mean no one.
Interesting.
So Viola's the granddaughter of some mafia boss, then.
Yeah, everyone knows how much Bruto loves his little girl. She means everything to him.
So, how did she end up at Tenderlander?
I don't know, pal. But I heard she and the boss at Tenderlander are pretty tight.
Tight.
That's why it's there on the file I read related to Maggie's case.
Sounds like a pretty important clue.
Ah! I can't believe it! I almost forgot this most important thing!
And that is...
You know, the lunchbox. How'd everything go?
He's telling them, shake the weenies, please! Please don't break his heart!
Lunchbox? Do you remember the weenies?
I hate weenies!
Oh, yeah, that was weenies.
So, how did my weenies taste when they went down the hatch?
Huh? Well, it was delicious.
Yeah? That's what she said? Really?
Well, not exactly.
Don't worry about it, pal. I figured something would happen, so I came prepared.
Prepared? What do you mean?
I made a jumbo lunchbox. With even more weenies.
Oh,
Do me a favor again, huh, pal? And deliver this.
Sure is a heavy burden. More ways than one. I'm sorry, but she doesn't like your weenies. Or more, she doesn't like you at the moment. I think she likes weenies, just not yours.
I can just imagine Maggie's little eyes sparkling with joy when you bring her that.
This is so sad. We'll do anything, please. Oh, this is bad.
weenies again, Nick. Tell me we don't have to eat all of those too.
Tenderly, the handmade lunchbox fills the stomach with love and plenty of weenies. I just want Gumshoe to be happy.
I really can't eat anymore.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Gumshoe! 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 I'm sorry, but she doesn't really want it. She's gone. She's not even here. She heard Gumshoe say,
Oh, I have more weenies for her.
she's like, nope, I'm out of here. She just left. What am I doing with the weenies? I just have weenies now. Alright. Oh, old man, how are you? I'm doing a tender lender. Hello. I'm saving. Okay. Let's try this again.
Tell me, what do the Catamarans have to do with me?
Something tells me she's not about to say hi and introduce herself. Alright then. Your relationship with the Catamaranese is very strong, and this is why. I actually have proof this time. This is your grandfather. I know exactly who you are. Viola Catamarani. You sustained that injury in a traffic accident, didn't you? Oh, there went one.
It happened about 4 months ago. I was driving in one of our family's cars, and someone pulled out in front of me. It was a motorbike, or something like that. I don't remember it much. Anyway, I swerved to try to avoid it, but I took a blow to the head. A bad one.
Yeah, I can imagine. So what happened to the person on the bike? I'm guessing they didn't get way injuring the Viola Catamarani, right?
I don't know what happened to them. They ran away. So I heard.
Ran away?
If they'd stayed, I'd have.
Is it possible? Could the person who committed the hit and run have been It was freaking Tiger. It was this man, wasn't it? He was the cause of your accident. It wasn't Don Tiger. I refuse to believe it. We collided. The motorbike and my car. But Don Tiger isn't injured at all. Is he? It was the tiger who caused Viola to crash. I can feel it. Plus, one of her locks just broke, so she must suspect it was him too. I'm sorry, Miss Cadavereni. I have proof that the tiger was involved in a traffic accident on his bike. That might be why it's not here at the office. He's trying to hide it from her. Freaking pink scooter. It's not exactly a motorbike, but Mr. Tiger rides around on a scooter, doesn't he? And you'll notice that the front wheel guard is badly damaged. Miss Cadavereni. You know the truth, don't you? This repair bill was paid by Furio Tiger. The Cadaverenis have known for ages who caused the accident, haven't they? It's possible. Perhaps. Something inside me. I knew that may be true. I knew it. But Don Tiger still saved my life. The operation was very complicated. It was very, very expensive. How much are we talking? Very, very, very expensive. She seems kind of hesitant about giving me an actual figure. I should back off. Well, anyway, it was the tiger who paid for it, right? After I recovered, Don Tiger told me. He said he paid for the operation because he cared about me. I believe him. Really? But do you honestly believe that to be true? Do you want to know what I think? I think the reason he paid for the operation wasn't because of you, but someone else. Because of your grandfather. He doesn't care about you. Perhaps I shouldn't be saying this, but your grandfather, Bruto Cadaveretti, controls a lot of dubious cash, right? And you are his beloved pride and joy. Sure, I don't know exactly how much the operation cost, but if you weren't the granddaughter of Mr. Cadaveretti, do you think Mr. Tiger would have paid the money? $1 million. What? 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 $1 million? Really? How bad was the injury for it to be $1 million? Oh, also, the hospital system's probably terrible, so that might be why. 4 months ago, I was in a traffic accident. And that's why I needed the operation. When I woke up, they told me it was nothing serious. A simple procedure.
Oh, really?
Well, I guess if she recovered in 4 months, it couldn't have been too big. They said the operation cost $1 million.
$1 million?
My grandfather ordered Don Tiger to pay $1 million in compensation.
Compensation, huh?
It's underworld lingo for paying money to settle a score. Basically, pay or get into some serious trouble. $1 million? This has to be related to our poisoning case somehow. Compensation. I wanted to believe him. I wanted to trust that Don Tiger said. He said it had nothing to do with my grandfather being Prudo Cadavereni. I wanted to believe he helped me because he cared about me, not about my grandfather.
Oh, she's crying!
And I knew that wasn't really true.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
What he did to get the money was evil. He said it was all for me, so I helped him.
You helped him? In what way? Here, take these.
What are these? Medical papers.
I'm Bruto Canabarini's granddaughter. He had to pay compensation. He was made an offer. He simply couldn't refuse.
Viola! $1 billion bill for cranial surgery. Payment was due last year. Viola's medical papers add to the court record.
Wow. I feel so bad for Viola.
It's inexcusable.
Huh?
There are two things I consider inexcusable. Poisoning and betrayal. Only a coward would hurt people using either of these tactics.
Is everything alright, Nick?
Oh, girlfriend poisoning someone and betraying him and planning on poisoning him. Wait, what betrayal though? What kind of betrayal? We should get going. Right after we finish our espresso.
Yeah.
Won't need to convince Viola of anything else, so I guess I can get rid of this. Repair bill thrown into the trash. Okay, I'm just getting rid of evidence that I might need. Yeah, okay. Hi, how are you? Tribune. Oh, hello? Cherry 7 Tribune. Oh, it's you! I can't do a voice for this guy. It's either Can you stop? Wait! Stop with the pouty lip! It's very distracting! I'm gonna cover your face. I'm covering his face. There you go. Covered it. It's no longer distracting me. What? What? The quivering pouting lip was distracting me! You can't blame me! The flowers are be better, but the lip was too much! I'm too big. I grew and I can't shrink back down. Wait a second. There we go. I should begin now. Song of Anger. But with this dude, it's either the accent or the voice. I try to do both, but it's a little difficult.
Bonjour. I have been waiting for you to return. Mr. Armstrong.
Good timing. I was hoping to find you here. Two people. Yeah, it is. I was hoping to find you here. I'd like to ask you a few questions. Who's we? What? Oh no! Did you bring Lobster into this? Stop doing the shaky thing. Well, he hasn't got anything to say to use, fellas. Oh, you are here. Hi, Lobster. Who you calling Zidioff? Man? Man? Did she just run away? Come out from under the table already, Maya. Okay, hand it over. What over? What over? What? You's gonna play games with me? I don't recommend that. The medical papers, now. Uh-oh. I think he wants Viola Canaveri's papers back. You mean this? $1 million medical papers? Miss Canaverini trusted you. That's why she said that she helped you. Forget about it! That girl's dumber than an eggplant. Yous wanna know what's sad? I'll tell you what's sad. It ain't only her face. She thinks she's got power because she's Bruto's little girl. Now that's sad. I can't let you have these papers. Stop waving at the people's faces! You're doing it again! Just deny that you have it. Tomorrow in court. I'm going to expose what you did to get that $1 million you used to pay this off. Oh, you crazy or something? I don't care if you want to give it to me or not. There's two of us here. Got that? Two. Of course you're gonna have. Oh, we. Mr. Armstrong, forgive me. I cannot argue with him. Did I just get beat up? Again? That really hurts. Is that all you've got? I'll be taking those papers now. Armstrong, get that lighter. Wait. No. What? Just give me. What? Why is it? What's going on with the noise? Hi, Sue. Why does the freaking noise happen twice? What setting do I have set where it goes off twice? Hi. You can't. Yeah, my mic breaks when I freak out. I apologize. I think it's just a setting on OBS. If I have it any lower on the setting, it's gonna pick up the fan of my computer. You come right when I'm talking to Lobster Mobster. Don't take it too hard. Phoenix, right? That was so stupid. I shouldn't have let my guard down. I shouldn't have waved it in his face. Those medical papers were vital evidence. Did everything just go back?
Hold it, pal!
Oh, Gumshoe to the rescue! Gumshoe! He sent me in again! We're and again by a random lobster mobster! Thank you! Detective Gumshoe! Detective. You think you gonna stop me, copper? Beat it!
Whoa! Come on, Gumshoe! Keep it together!
What?
You guys! Get out of here! Leave this guy to me!
But...
Go, pal! And take this! If you get hurt, who's gonna look after Maggie, huh?
Oh, it's good. Yeah, I know he's the killer. I mean, it's pretty obvious that he is. Bye, Sumi! Alright. Thanks, Gumshoe.
Wait, Nick! Don't leave me behind!
Where were you when I was being beat up? Hiding underneath the table, weren't you? Frick you! You stay here and be threatened by the lobster. I'll get even with that guy tomorrow. In court. Tenderlunder is going down. Gumshoe, really? I want to watch the anime, but I'm gonna wait until I'm done with the series. That way I don't end up spoiling anything for myself. January 8th, 9:46 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1.
Good morning, Mr. Wright.
Good morning, Maggie.
So, what do you think is going to happen today, sir? Yesterday's session didn't go so well and ended up on a giant mystery.
That's true. We still haven't solved a single part of it yet.
Are you okay, Nick?
Huh? Oh, yeah, of course. It's not like I just got beaten up by a lobster, and you cowered underneath the table and didn't even try to help me.
I saw that! That little flash of doubt in your eyes.
No, that wasn't doubt. That was, determination.
Why don't I believe you? It's nearly time, Maggie. You better get going to the defendant's seat.
Wait, do I still have gumshoes? Lunchbox of Wheaties!
Roger! Don't let me down, Mr. Wright. I'm counting on you!
Hey, pal!
Oh, you're alive! Hey, Detective Gumshoe.
Quit stressing Maggie out! She doesn't need that!
How did she know she was stressed?
I was watching through the doorway, like I always do. Oh, Maggie.
Oh.
You look like you lost the case already. Show me confidence, will you, pal?
The tiger did it! This box of...
Here, maybe this'll help.
What, the nail polish?
Huh? Have you taken up aromatherapy too?
Not in a million years, pal. Don't tell me you don't remember this thing.
Come to think of it, it doesn't look like one of those aromatherapy bottles.
This is a small bottle that turned up in Trivia's kitchen a couple of days ago.
Wow, look at all these little bottles.
Oh, they're aromatherapy oils. He's got so many, they're overflowing onto the floor.
Hey, wait a minute. There's one bottle that's different from all the others.
Well, what do you know? And it doesn't have a label either.
And it doesn't smell.
We finally got the analysis results back from the lab.
So, what is it? Is it the poison?
I'm afraid not, pal. It's medication.
Medication?
Yeah, for ears. Topical use only, apparently.
For ears? You mean...
Yeah, it's the medication Glenn Elg was using for his ruptured eardrum.
What's Glenn Elg's ear medicine doing in the kitchen? Small bottle filed into court record. About the unidentified fingerprints. Anything on that?
Someone screwed up, so they only had time to analyze the contents of the bottle. Another hour, and they might have gotten something on the prints, but...
That's going to weaken its impact as a piece of evidence.
Okay, pal, this is it. Make sure your defense is impregnable today, got it?
Today's trial. I'm gonna expose that guy for what he's done. My name isn't Phoenix Wright. Am I gonna walk in there and he's gonna be sitting in the defendant's chair or something? January 8th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 4. Okay, he's not here. Are those weenies for weenie hot Really? Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ready and waiting as always, Your Honor. Very good. Then we'll get underway at once. Yesterday we heard the testimony of Mr. Victor Kudo. He claims to have witnessed the defendant putting a powder into the victim's coffee. However, the witness's testimony was plagued with a number of problems. The mark on the lid of the cup shows the victim drank from it with his right hand. According to the old man's testimony, he picked it up with his left hand. Thank you, Mr. Gatto. Furthermore, according to the witness's account, the victim was listening to the radio with an earpiece in his left ear. Yet, the victim's left eardrum was ruptured, which made him effectively deaf in that ear.
It's amazing how many contradictions a single case can have, huh, Nick?
Allow me to enlighten you, Your Honor. The world, you see, keeps turning. You must turn with it. You've lost me already, Mr. Gatto. Don't let the mysteries of yesterday mystify you today. Only losers think like that. You've got to change with the times. That's one of my rules. Are you implying that you've resolved these contradictions? You know the answer to these riddles? Old Cat wasn't just throwing seeds in here. He's throwing us off the scent. And today, I'll prove it. Very well. Let the first witness take the stand. Who's the first witness? Oh, it's you! Of course it is! Hi! And you are? Oh, bonjour, everyone! I am John Armstrong, the owner and head chef of La Trebian Restaurant on Chante. Why are you standing like that? popping out and his knees are together.
Forgive me for asking you this, but are you a woman?
Ooh la la, monsieur. As you can see, I am a pert and perky gentleman, no?
The day of the incident, you were in Trabian's kitchen. Isn't that right?
Is you, monsieur?
Hmm?
Everything feels right.
Ha.
Wow, he's totally unfazed. Doesn't anything intimidate this guy?
Very well. Your testimony, please, witness. Please tell the court what happened that day at Trabian.
We volunteers.
That Trabian. Okay, Clocksworth, what you got?
When it all happened, there were just 2 customers in my restaurant. I remember I was experimenting with some new articles that day. Like having a large mirror between the tables, for example. Perhaps that is what that old man was looking at. The cup, the earpiece, and the glasses. He would have seen everything in reverse, no?
Mirror?
Oui, un grand mirror. The most enormous mirror.
Isn't the mirror in the kitchen?
And suddenly, the mystery disappears.
But the spectacles on the left eye, it's not gonna be on the same side as the freaking radio.
Like I said, the world keeps turning, so roll with it.
That would explain the coffee cup and the earpiece conundrum. No, it doesn't! It does not! Because those were supposed to be on the opposite side of his head. Even if it was flipped, he only wears his freaking headset on the left side.
The mirror would have made everything appear back to front.
What the heck? It's way too early in the morning for this to be happening to me.
Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
At Trabian.
When it all happened, there were just 2 customers in my restaurant.
And who are the 2 customers exactly?
My, of course, the young man who died. And the other, not so young man.
We're referring to yesterday's witness, I presume.
What about the other man Maggie says she saw at the table? Something tells me Mr. Armstrong isn't planning to disclose his existence.
We need some hard evidence first before you can bring him up, don't we?
I guess I just have to try a different approach for the time being.
I remember I was experimenting with the new art deco that day.
You were experimenting with Art Deco? How have I never heard about that before today?
You are not familiar with the language of interior design, monsieur.
Please, stay on topic. Now, why didn't you tell the court about this before?
But I did, just a few moments ago.
Excuse me, Mr. Armstrong. Miss Deco, you mentioned. Are referring to something sort of, decorative?
No, Art Deco. It's a style of design, Your Honor. He's talking about interior design. Walls, ceilings, carpet, that kind of thing.
Ah, yes, of course. That's deco.
I was trying to achieve a more effeminate look for my restaurant.
It already is very feminine. You don't need more.
I was planning the most bold remodeling of La Deco. Like having a big mirror between la tables, for example.
How big of a mirror are we talking about here? Something about 4 meters wide and only about 2 meters high. Let's see. If 1 meter is about 1 yard, holy glass in a frame, that's huge. I was intending to install it on the ceiling eventually. The ceiling? Is there a mirror on the ceiling? I don't remember. No, there wasn't. There's a pink ceiling. Manon, but I decided not to go through it in the end. What should I do? Should I ask more about the mirror or not? Press harder. If you really had a large mirror in the restaurant, someone would have noticed it. But there's nothing about a mirror in Mr. Kudo or Maggie Bird's testimonies. But...
You didn't ask, Wright. You have only yourself to blame for such sloppy work.
What?
The mirror was delivered to Trilogy the day before the incident.
Really?
As Mr. Armstrong testified, he was carrying out some design changes. And as it turned out, he didn't actually use the mirror in the end.
This just doesn't add up. Even if a mirror was delivered to Trebienne, it doesn't prove that it was in the restaurant on the day of the crime.
If you want to doubt someone, Wright, look in the mirror. I'm sure the person looking back at you will be dubious enough.
So the witness yesterday had seen the victim reflected in a mirror. Perhaps that is what the old man was looking at. Normally, I'd expect people to know the difference between a reflection and a real object.
Normally? How does normality come into this? And that's lame, Wright. Even for you.
Huh?
Are you trying to say that if something isn't normal, it is impossible? Is that it?
Where does that leave the...
Where does that leave the porky-headed lawyer and the top-notch chick over there? And the ungodly cool guy with a mask over here? Well, Wright.
Heck!
I do not have a top knot.
Yes, you do. Mr. Gatto is correct. A lack of normality is no basis of discounting an argument.
Oui, logic as one la day. La couple earpiece and la passes. You would have seen everything in reverse, no?
Everything? He would have seen everything in reverse?
Oui. Hey, Nick, could you take a second and think about what old CD said in his testimony?
Let me phrase it again.
That boy was wearing the same earpiece on the same side as the green lens on the specs. No question. You can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was just left here without doubt. And when he used the same hand to pick up the coat, it was left hand.
He saw everything he described reflecting in the mirror, and everything he said he saw on the left was actually on the right, huh?
That clears up all the problems with his testimony, I guess. Or does it? It's kind of hard to believe everything's the fault of a mirror, but...
Do you think old CD saw everything through a reflection?
If he did, it would explain all the contradictions in his testimony.
But that just makes the situation worse for Maggie. There's gotta be something in the old man's testimony. We just gotta dig deeper.
There you go. The coffee cup, the earpiece, and the HMD. Let's think back over Mr. Kudo's testimony for a second, shall we?
That boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of the specs. No question. You can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was just left here without doubt.
So, to summarize, we were told that the HMD and the earpiece were on the victim's left side. Now, if Mr. Kudo saw all that as a reflection in a mirror, it means both the HMD and the earpiece were actually on the victim's right side.
Exactamente. You see, monsieur, now that you think about it, it is not so odd, no?
Unfortunately, that's where we run into a monumental contradiction with the facts. If Mr. Kudo saw everything through a reflection in a mirror, it means both the HMD and the earpiece were actually on the victim's right side. That's where we run into a monumental contradiction with the facts. if Mr. Kudo really did see everything in a mirror, why is it that the H&D is now on the wrong side of his head?
Order. Order! Mr. Wright is correct. If the witness genuinely observed the victim reflected in the mirror, then we would expect the victim's eyepiece to have been on his right eye.
How bitter. That's right. You should have a taste of this bitterness. It'll calm you down in no time.
Are we talking about your coffee? Or something completely different?
You don't understand the way the witness thinks.
How he thinks.
Remember this, I presume.
I broke the vase. Sorry, apology. Mr. Kudo's sworn testimony?
Exactly. The old man has one very grievous habit, other than throwing seeds. The more of an impression something makes, the more muddled his mind makes it. And what's the most striking thing about Mr. Elk?
Clearly, it's the victim's eyepiece.
And that's my point. The old man strikes again. Mr. Elk's H&D made a big impression on the old man. I saw the earpiece and those newfangled spectacles he was wearing. Oh yes, they are both on his left ear. Do you hear his left ear? Ha. Well, that's right.
Heck, that's the worst but best impression of Kudo ever.
Wow, I really thought he was old seedy for a minute there. Kudo's good.
Enough. Must agree that yesterday's witness was irresponsibly rash in much of his testimony.
Bad luck, Nick. Looks like the boil, the contradiction you found is just a rash.
A mirror can't be beaten by a handful of seeds, nor can it lie. So, what exactly was the old man looking at? Fill us in, Mr. Armstrong. Go on, tell the court. We're all ears.
Oui, I can explain. Please, if you will look at the plans of the restaurant.
The mirror.
Alors, is everyone sitting comfortably? La mirror was in the restaurant, dividing the doors. There is only one seat from which he could have seen an image of the victim. That is the seat on the table next to the victims. That was where the old man was seen. After the terrible incident occurred, I moved the mirror so it was not in the way. But naturally, I did not touch anything else.
Oh, nope, that's a lie.
I see no problems with the explanation we have just heard. From the table next to the victim, Mr. Kudo could have seen the victim in the mirror.
But not in the coquette, I am confusing all the men like this.
Don't worry about it. We can keep up, except for the guy breaking out a cold sweat over there again.
I hate that guy.
You said you didn't touch anything else apart from the mirror. Are you quite sure about that?
Oh, volunteers, of course.
Can you stop shaking your chest in my face?
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you please.
The mirror.
La mirror, it is in the middle of the restaurant, dividing the two aisles.
So, run this by me again. The mirror was here, correct?
Oui.
Really? Because I know if I were you, I wouldn't put a mirror there. It would be in the way.
Look who's talking, Trite.
Huh?
You're obstructing my view, among other things.
The witness will refrain from shaking what his mama gave him.
But, this is my seat in the courtroom.
Trabian's charm is that it gives you the impression that you're the only customer. Temporarily placing a mirror in the spot would hardly be in the way. Unlike you, Wright.
I tell you, monsieur, la mirror was there in the middle of the restaurant. There is only one seat from which he could have seen an image of the victim.
And where would that be?
Ooh la la, look how you lean towards me. I always attract the younger boys. Maybe I should keep you in suspense a little longer.
No! Please stop shaking your freaking chest, please!
Mr. Armstrong, tell the court what you know at once. And please stop shaking that thing.
I attract the older ones too, you know, and some. Shall I tease you too?
No! Stop teasing! I don't like it! It makes me uncomfortable, Clocksworth. Ain't the judge! And I think he's married!
I'm already seeing a very hot someone. So I'm afraid he'll be waiting for a long time.
Bet she has mocha cream skin and cappuccino perfume. Ben, I will tell you. There is only one seat from which you could have seen. That is the seat at the table next to the victim. That was where the old man was sitting.
So why can you only see the victim from that particular seat?
Monsieur, is it obvious, no? If you look in the plans, you will understand. The victim would have been reflected in the mirror, that's all.
Yeah, but the flower vase is intact.
If you were sitting at the table next to him, you would see everything, no? So that's the seat old Sini was sitting in on that day, when the poisoning happened.
The old man was sitting at the table next to the victim? That seemed kind of odd.
After that terrible incident occurred, I moved the mirror so it was not in the way. But naturally, I did not touch anything else.
Did you move the mirror while Mr. Kudo was off calling the police?
Oui, exactement. I carried it out to the restaurant then.
You moved a huge mirror like that all by yourself?
What could I say? I know how to pick things up, handsome.
Now please stop it! You are definitely not my type, Clocksworth!
Gato actually laughed at something.
Well, given the witness's physique, I suppose it is possible. Did you move anything else from the crime scene, Mr. Armstrong?
I look like the obbling type, no? Obliging type, no? But naturally, I did not touch anything else.
Are you sure about that?
I touched nothing except the mirror.
Mr. Wright, is there something the witness has said that doesn't match the crime scene?
Yeah, there is. I just can't put my finger on what exactly.
Suffering from a case of heartburn, Wright.
Oh, I am just the thing for that. An oily golden man, for instance.
Add a few drops of your coffee and Viola. Enjoy.
Focus, Phoenix. Breathe. We need to ignore those two and just find some evidence.
It is pretty strange, though, isn't it? I mean, nobody mentioned anything about a really large mirror. You think someone would have, but Maggie did it, and neither did old Celie.
And the only logical explanation is there was no mirror inside the Tribune that day. Just got to prove it. Somehow.
I did not touch anything else.
What about this? Okay. Of course. Yeah, that one's not working, so... Here we go! This piece of evidence contradicts with the testimony we have heard, Your Honor. The crime photo. Yes, this photo clearly shows something that theoretically should not exist.
What on earth do you mean by that, Mr. Wright?
Should not exist. Ha! Sounds like you're describing yourself, Trite.
Now then, the defense would please clarify its statement. What is the something that should not exist in this photo?
Oh, maybe these flowers? I think it's pretty obvious that this is what should not be in the picture.
Vase. What possible connection does that have to do with the witness's testimony?
Your Honor, I'm telling you that there should have been no vase on this table. Because it very clearly contradicts with this piece of evidence. Victor's testimony. There's one thing that was clearly demonstrated by yesterday's testimony. Mr. Kudo broke the vase that was on the table where he was sitting. And yet, as the court can see, there is an unbroken vase on the table next to the victim. Why? Because Mr. Kudo was not, in fact, sitting at the table next to the victim at all.
Don't be an idiot, Trite. That's impossible. That seat's the only one Kudo could have seen the victim's reflection from.
Exactly. There is only one conclusion we can draw from this contradiction. There was no mirror in Trebian that day. Your testimony, Mr. Armstrong, and is an elaborate lie.
Mon oui.
Try not to confuse the court, Trite. Obviously, the witness cleaned up the vase, while the police were taking their time getting to the crime scene.
Unfortunately, Mr. Gatto, that doesn't quite work for me. Mr. Armstrong already testified to the contrary, in his own words. I did not touch anything else except the mirror. Oh, he's chugging his coffee again.
Well, witness, what do you have to say for yourself?
I was right. There was no mirror in the restaurant that day.
In light of this revelation, we return back to the original problem. Why did the victim have an earpiece in an ear of which he couldn't hear? Give him one shot.
There's no turning back. If you want to claim that the mirror wasn't there, Trite, then this problem is all yours. How do you explain what the old man saw?
I can answer this, and I'll be that much closer to the truth. I can feel it.
Are you going to be okay? Can you really solve this contradiction, Nick?
There's more than just this one contradiction, Maya.
What do you mean?
Remember what Maggie told us? There was another man at the victim's table. And there was a sample CD on the victim's table. It all flies in the face of Mr. Kudo's testimony. And I think I know the reason. Why nothing in this case is adding up.
Well, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer.
Yes, Your Honor. The reason behind all the contradictions in Mr. Kudo's testimony is simple. Mr. Kudo, your doctor, the victim was a phony. Mr. Kudo, I'm saving. Clearly, Mr. Kudo made a mistake.
Mr. Trite, you're the one who brought up all these contradictions. And if you're trying to tell us the old man just made a mistake, we can wrap this case up right now with a guilty verdict.
Because I'm very confused with Kudo!
How about it, Mr. Wright? Try to just declare your client guilty.
Is that the best you can come up with, Nick?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was the one who made a mistake.
I will give you one more chance, Mr. Wright. Think carefully before you answer this time.
Yes, Your Honor. The reason behind all the contradictions in Mr. Kudo's testimony is simple. Is the victim a phony? When did he call the police? The victim was a phony? This case is riddled with contradictions.
Yet there is one very simple answer that clears them all up.
And what is that?
The incident Mr. Kudo witnessed and the incident the victim experienced were two completely different events.
What?
Yes, the victim that Mr. Kudo saw wasn't Mr. Glenn Elg at all. It was an imposter. A phony pretending to be Mr. Elg. Obviously, unlike the victim, there was nothing wrong with the imposter's left eardrum. And that's how he ended up wearing the earpiece in his left ear by mistake. Oh, do the friggin' stop showing me his butt! Order of the court. Settle down or clear the courtroom.
Grips. Why don't you clear out up here, huh?
What did you say?
Right. Are you saying that Mr. Kudo saw was the setup?
Yes. Someone pretended to be Glenn Elg and acted out the whole coffee poisoning. All for the express purpose of creating a witness out of one Mr. Victor Kudo. Hiya, Papaya. Oh, I just realized you were here. I thought that was Viola talking. Hi, Papaya.
Get real, Wright. Why would anyone want to do that?
Isn't it obvious? The thing Mr. Kudo was most insistent about in his testimony was serving your own bro. Him a Javachino. She put something in it. That serving girl right there on the defense chair. I remember her well. It's so hard to believe, but
There was
one and only one reason to show Mr. Kudo this fake poisoning. To show Maggie Bird in the act of poisoning the coffee.
Are you insinuating that the waitress in the old man's story was a fake as well? It's true that there was no other customers in the restaurant at the time, but it's also true that the chef was there. He would have noticed what was going on.
That's right. Well, witness, if your restaurant really was the scene of such theatrics, you would have known about it, correct? Ooh la la. This is most difficult for me. No, it's quite simple. All you have to do is testify. You are under oath, after all. Was there, in fact, a phony entry began that day? The defense demands Mr. Armstrong tell the whole truth about what happened. The defense's request for additional testimony is accepted. You will accurately explain in detail the events in the restaurant that day.
Ooh.
In the restaurant.
La victim, Monsieur L. He came to my restaurant alone. I remember that old man arrived not long after him. There was no other customers. Then he got one he won the lottery. It became very exciting. It was approximately 5 minutes later that the poisoning incident occurred. Now, there was no time for a phony to do the acting.
Oh, you were? Oh, sorry! Just so we're clear, there was no mirror in the restaurant after all.
Pardon. Forgive me, Your Honor. I lied because I wanted this mess to be cleared up quickly.
What you have just done is commit perjury, Mr. Armstrong. We'll decide how to punish you later.
Oui.
For now, we will hear your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright, if you please.
He took the pre-jury charge a bit too well.
I'm guessing he'll be in more serious trouble after this cross-examination. In the restaurant.
La victim, Monsieur L. He came to my restaurant alone.
Was he alone at his table as well?
I saw him from the kitchen.
Yet the defendant, Miss Bird, remembers it differently. She swears that there was another man at the victim's table.
Unfortunately for you, Wright, yesterday's witness also testified that the victim was alone. You know, seeing you squirm like that reminds me. A certain coffee's bittersweet, but...
What coffee has he been drinking?
Coffee, it's love. It's love that's bittersweet.
Hearing Mayo say that makes her seem wise all of a sudden. I remember that one man arrived not long after him. My old man, you mean Victor Kudo, correct?
Oui.
He comes often for my special coffee.
I drank your coffee once, Mr. Armstrong. It's special, I'll give you that. It's worth a sip just for the experience.
Oh, you make me so happy, monsieur. You are most welcome anytime.
I said it was worth one sip, and nothing more.
So old Mr. Kudo arrived at the restaurant around the same time as the victim. You should ask about his arrival in more detail. How many minutes after? What time was it? Out of curiosity, about what time was it Mr. Kudo arrived? Oh, no. I cannot remember, monsieur. I believe we were told by the witness yesterday.
The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir.
Does that perhaps jog your memory of this? The incident happened about 20 minutes after you arrived. So the victim must have arrived around 2 p.m. and 2:10, no? Just after 2, huh? Thank you for your help in jogging my memory, monsieur. You are wonderful. Ha ha ha! Can't sit here all the time and do nothing now, can I? The time of the day will be added to the witness's testimony. Oui, monsieur judge. Everything I do it for you. Si bien. That's French, isn't it? I'm glad at least one person is in a good mood.
He's even humming a song to himself.
I remember that old man arrived not long after him, just after 2 p.m. Are you absolutely sure about the time?
Oh, when I think moving on.
I'm sure it was just around 2. Oui? It is the time I stopped serving my lunch menu. Quite right. I was break for lunch when the restaurants were serving their specials. I've been known to wind up a case early just to make it on time. Ha! Ha ha! I guess you should never get between a hungry judge and his lunch. Oh, would you look at that? It's almost lunchtime already. Witness, give up your testimony, please. There were no other customers. So your only customers was Mr. Kudo and the victim?
How many times do we need to ask the same thing, Wright? You never catch me drinking the same blend twice.
I think you are now, though. Huh?
You're trying to establish the presence of a phony victim in the restaurant, and you're wasting your time. You can't grind birdseed to make coffee, if you catch my drift.
There's a hole in his testimony somewhere. I'm sure of it. I know what it is. I just want the dialogue.
When he got word he won the lottery, Mona became very excited.
Did you see him?
No, I was in the kitchen, but I heard him. I remember him shouting, "Yes, $500,000."
Presumably, the defendant heard that too, then, correct?
Maggie? She looked like a poor little frightened dog.
What about Mr. Kudo?
The old man choked on some bird seeds that got stuck in his throat.
Seems we now have yet another incident on our hands.
It was approximately 5 minutes later that the poisoning incident occurred.
And what were you doing at that point? Without any customers? You must have had time to kill.
I am a multi-talented woman, monsieur.
Late earlier you said you were a gentleman and now you're saying you were a woman! Okay, I give up trying to figure out what's going on with you.
Sorry? What do you mean?
The renowned chef, John Armstrong, and the tragic poet, Clarence Armstrong.
Clarence?
Me, I was writing a poem, namely Tale of a Chef and $500,000 a day. Looking for a man who won $500,000 in the lottery. It is called lottery. I means why? Perhaps I could recite it for the court.
Please don't. I've already read it.
No, this was no time for a phony to do the activity.
You mean you contacted police as soon as the incident occurred?
I asked an old man to come from the paper.
By your own argument, right? The purpose of this phony victim's performance was so old man would see it. In other words, once the incident occurred, this opportunity would completely disappear. Indeed.
Well, it seems the shadow of doubt has been lifted. These sepals? I guess Mr. Armstrong is connected to this case, huh?
Absolutely. Someone was impersonating Mr. Elgin. I refused to believe he was oblivious. He was there the whole time, after all.
But if you're right, wouldn't Maggie have noticed too?
She fell unconscious when the incident occurred, remember?
Ah, you mean that's when the phony staged his act?
Well, no, we'll know for sure once I find a hole in this testimony. Right here. I'm afraid I finally got you, Mr. Armstrong.
Well, what do you mean?
At the time in question, the victim was listening to the radio with his earpiece. The show he was listening to was Millionaire Radio. Each week, they announced the winning numbers of $500,000 lottery ticket.
Oui, that must mean the show Mon Elg was listening to.
I can't see any problem with this testimony, Miss Wright. I wonder. You see the victim arrived at your restaurant after 2 p.m., correct?
Oui.
I am sure of it.
I remember it perfectly now. I know it was that time because I had just finished serving them with the lunch menu.
Get to the point, right? If you have one.
That show is broadcast live at 1:30 p.m. It claims to be the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life. It only it's on the air at 1:30? Now, supposedly, the victim made some noise when it was announced that he had won. And yet, I don't believe his cry of joy could have occurred after 2 p.m. Because the show that had already finished more than 30 minutes earlier by that point in time.
Lorne!
The victim we've been told about has done nothing but the impossible. Listening to the radio with a ruptured eardrum. Catching a show that was already over. There's only one conclusion you can draw from these facts. This victim was the imposter acting out the poisoning 30 minutes after the real murder. I need to go find tissues. Yes, there were 2 Glen Elgs at Tribune that day. The real Glen Elg, now dead, having been poisoned by the real killer. The phony Glen Elg, acting out the events for Mr. Kudo to witness.
It certainly seems that way. I mean, if that wasn't the case, how could you explain the time
Discrepancy.
Quite a performance, right? We're almost on a roll. Sadly, you lack the rock-hard foundation of rhythm to build your song.
What is this? Music Theory 101?
Let's recap. According to your imaginative theory, it's now just after 2 p.m. The phony elk is performing a play for the benefit of Mr. Kudo. How do you explain, then, where the real Glen Elk is?
I don't believe I have to spell this out for the court. However, at that time, the real Glen Elk was already dead. That's certainly the obvious conclusion.
Thank you, Wright. That's exactly what I was hoping you'd say.
What?
Now, I presume you can prove this theory of yours. Can you explain where the missing corpse went to?
kitchen? A missing corpse?
According to the old man's testimony, there was only one other customer there. If that customer was the phony Glen Elk, then where did the killer hide the body of the real victim?
No!
Prosecution has a valid point, Mr. Wright. Your theory is so stand up to examination by the court. You must provide us with proof by answering the prosecution's question. Where did the killer hide the body?
Yes, Your Honor.
No conjecture, Wright. Let's hear some facts for once. Show the court a piece of evidence that proves where the body was hidden.
Evidence?
What's with the intense pressure in here all of a sudden?
I thought I had him with that contradiction. He's turned it all around and packed me into a corner instead.
Well, Mr. Wright, the court will now hear the defense's theory and evidence. First, where was the body of Mr. L concealed?
Inside Trilogy. It would have been too dangerous to take the body outside. Obviously, the body must have been hidden somewhere inside Trilogy.
Interesting. But where could a body have been hidden inside a restaurant? Perhaps you would care to show the court on these plans, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. The exact location where the body was concealed inside Trilogy was in the kitchen! The body was hidden here.
I see.
Nice.
Nice superstition. The real question is, can you back it up? Where's the evidence that proves the body was hidden in that location?
Oh, maybe the small bottle of medication? Mr. Armstrong, do you recognize this bottle?
No. I have never seen that ugly bottle before in my life. I only use my very best bottles, monsieur. The highest quality only for me.
Where was that bottle found, Mr. Wright?
Interesting enough, Your Honor. It was found in the kitchen of Trebienne.
Cool. But I only ever use these bottles for my aromatherapy oils.
But this bottle doesn't contain aromatherapy oil, Mr. Armstrong. No, it contains a medication.
What kind of medication?
I'm sure everyone remembers, don't they? That Mr. Elk visited an otolaryngological clinic and was given medication that day?
You can't be serious.
The defense had the contents of the bottle analyzed, and I have the lab results here. The contents of the bottle match the prescription that was given to Mr. Elk. Glen Elk's murderer hid the body in the restaurant kitchen, at which time this bottle fell out of the victim's pocket. Mr. Armstrong, when the incident occurred, didn't you say you were in the kitchen?
More brilliant.
Yes, you know what I'm about to say. It was you who hid the victim's body. I did find John pertaining to defend my client, Maggie Bird. However, you were setting her up to take the fall behind the poor girl's back.
Non.
Order! 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 This is an extraordinary development. Witness, did you murder Mr. Glen Elk?
Never. I could not do such a horrible thing. What is happening?
No.
I can't! What the frick? It's Meekans, that's the one sliding the bus. Poor Meekans, he's probably drenched in coffee. He's like, oh, sir! Can I have my bull back now? Sir!
Mr. Gatto!
The bitterness. Every time I get lied to, I always down a mug of coffee. That's one of my rules.
Do you have the slightest idea how many cups you've had by now?
And then I like to do the same to the person who lied to me. I like to take them down with my empty cup. Listen up, Chief. How about a brand new flavor in your ear, my age-deficient friend?
Yvonne, pardon. Please, you must hear me out. It is a trap. Listen to me. Por favor. Por favor.
Yo hablo español, Mr. Armstrong, and por favor is Spanish.
No hablo español.
I'm only going to ask you once. Did you do it?
None. No, none. Absolutely none. I
Let's hear it. You've got one shot. Right, Gramps.
Witness, the court will permit you the chance to make one final statement. If you lie under oath again, Mr. Gatto's coffee mug awaits you.
You just accept that he's gonna throw coffee mugs at the witnesses.
As does my gavel.
Oui, it is clear. What do they always say in the movies? Got a bad feeling about this?
Very well. Begin your final testimony, Mr. Armstrong. Confession.
It is true. I ate a body in the kitchen. A man forced me to do it. I had no choice. I had to go along with him because there was a reason why I could not refuse. But I did not kill him. I swear it. You must believe me.
You were forced. By who?
I cannot say, or I will be erased.
Let's try a different question, then. When Mr. L died, was he really the only person at his table?
There was... There was another man.
Who's the fifth prosecutor's abuse? I'm like 2 games away from the 5th, so we'll find out.
I knew it. Maggie was telling the truth.
You may cross-examine the witness now, Miss Wright.
There's just one more thing I need to do. Gotta break this guy and get him to tell us the name of the real killer.
Confession.
It is true. I hid a body in the kitchen.
Did you carry the body by yourself?
Me. I carried him. I carried Maggie too.
Maggie too?
When she saw the victim collapse, she fainted. I could not leave her there.
Why did you hide the bodies?
A man forced me to do it. I had no choice.
You can't wait for my reaction when I meet them? Okay. What man? Who was he?
None I can't say. I fear for my life.
He's really scared.
I just had to put the words in his mouth, Nick.
Yeah, you're right. He won't tell me, I'll tell him. But why would you go along with this man?
I had to go along with him because there was a reason I could not refuse.
And what reason would that be, Mr. Armstrong?
You know, Monsieur,
Yes?
surely you cannot expect a young maiden to talk about such an embarrassment.
A maiden? You're a bit old to get away with that.
A bit too male.
Can't finish the cross-examination without establishing his reason. So I'll just have to prove it with evidence. I know what I need to do.
But I did not kill him. I swear it. You must believe me.
So, you're claiming that all you did was hide the bodies, is that correct?
Oui, that's right.
If we were to believe you, Mr. Armstrong, you must tell the court everything. You must make clear the identity of the man who ordered you to do this.
He's already confessed this much. You might as well stop dancing around the real issue.
Yeah, but he really doesn't want to tell us who the killer is.
Then suck it to him, Nick.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
The reason is the fact that I owe him a lot of money. $500,000 to be exact.
You have a $500,000 debt, don't you? $500,000? Is that true, Mr. Armstrong?
Oui. Je suis désolé.
I was weak, and I borrowed the money.
He doesn't have a French accent to begin with, does he? Because he said something Spanish earlier. This is Mr. Armstrong's Achilles heel. And that's why you can refuse anything asked of you by this man. Asked of you by Tiger. Rawr. $500,000 loan from a black market loan shark. And you had no way of paying it back, did you? That's why you were forced to do anything. This man told you.
Oui, it is as you say. Mr. Armstrong, like Tiger, he told me he was going to use my restaurant for a business rendezvous. On the day in question, he was meeting the victim to demand that he pay his loan. I don't know why it happened like that. I just did what he told me to do. I had no choice. I carried the body and the inconsistent Maggie out of the dining area and into the kitchen. After that, I just tried to forget what I had seen.
I think we can now safely say that the man who forced your hand was Mr. Furio Tiger. The man who's me! He's not me! I do have one further question for you, Mr. Armstrong. The poison in the lottery ticket that were found in the defendant's apron pocket. Was that your doing as well?
No, I knew nothing about that. Making it look like it was Maggie who had done it. I was not. It is despicable.
Mr. Gatto. You will summon this Furio Tiger as a witness. I doubt this can be arranged today, so we will adjourn for now. Proceedings will continue tomorrow.
Oh, you're so calm. 30 minutes.
What?
The trial will go on. I'll see to it myself. I need half an hour to get the guy on the stand. Not a minute more.
Why are you so confident about that? How the...
Don't sit back and relax yet. Try it. No one knows if that chef is really telling the truth or not.
I do.
This trial could still go either way.
Very well. Your request is granted, Mr. Gatto. We will resume once Mr. Tiger is ready to take the stand. Until then, court is adjourned for a 30-minute recess. To be continued. So the guy's pretending to be French, and he just snuck in a little bit of Spanish. Oh, okay, that's good. January 8th, 1:21 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. I really hate the fluctuating weather. It makes my sinuses go all weird, and I have a stuffed nose like half the time, and it's hard to talk.
So we're finally going to see the tiger on the stand. We've almost got this case won now, Nick.
I wish I could agree.
Huh?
When I cross-examined Mr. Armstrong just now, he said he was just doing what the tiger told him to do. But Gatto picked up on it, remember? He pointed out that without proof, I don't know if what he testified is the truth.
You mean, you think Mr. Armstrong was lying?
I don't know. If that's the line the prosecution takes, we could be in trouble. I get the feeling that we don't have the case-making evidence we're going to need. Hey, Bill! Huh? Gumshoe, hi. Detective Gumshoe.
What are you so jumping about, Detective? Your hair's standing on end.
Hey, what's that pot calling the kettle black, little Miss Topknot?
It's not a top knot!
It is. It very much is. Never mind about the hair. Just calm down, alright?
I can't stand still when I don't have a job to do. I gotta get wound up.
No kidding.
You gotta have something you need me to do, pal. Anything.
Well,
Hey, I'm gonna take a jog back to the precinct. I could get some prince allies for you if you've got an hour.
An hour? The trial will have reconvened by then.
But Nick, we still not have the really decisive piece of evidence, right?
True. Got some kind of trump card to pull out of the bag. I'm really stuck. You said you could get some fingerprint analysis done in an hour.
You bet!
In that case, would you mind checking the prints on this for me? Odd. This is the only thing with unidentified fingerprints. No, it's not over. If you're going back to the station anyway, could you find out whose prints are on this?
Oh hey! That's the small ball I gave back to you this morning, right?
Yeah, I think it's time we solve the last mystery of who the prints on it belong to.
Sure thing, pal! Actually, that's been all I got need too.
Small ball given to Detective Gumshoe.
Okay, I'll get this off to the lab right away. Just make sure you don't lose the case before I get back.
This is pretty much the final showdown, I guess.
It's time to separate the phonies from the real guys.
What? Are we trying to make a slogan that was terrible? January 8th, 1:56 p.m., District Court, Courtroom number 4. Court will now reconvene. Mr. Gatto, did you find this Furio tiger?
I even tamed him for you. It was a 3-cup job. No problem.
Tamed? His name is Furio Tiger. But come on.
He's pretty lively. Be careful. He still bites.
Very well. Please show Mr. Tiger to the stand. Oh, I thought you were gonna be dressed as me. Witness. Please state your name and occupation for the— Every time! Don't hide under the table, Leia! Yes, there's room for me down there too. What? What? Why am I scared of this dude? He's all bark, no bite! What you say to me?
Nothing. I didn't say nothing. Honest.
You could have guessed that fear would induce a bad Brooklyn accent in the judge. I got business to take care of, you hear me? So who the hell called me into this hole? Was it you, Sparky? No, of course not. It was the judge. Your Honor? You got to their tapes. I'm just imagining the entire courtroom's like now hiding, and me and Gato are the only ones still up.
Oh dear. I seem to have dropped my pen. Where is it? Pen? Where are you? Pen. Don't mind me. Just carry on with the proceedings as normal. Here's this pen. It's very important to me. Very, very important pen. Yes.
That's it. We're doomed.
Maybe you didn't hear me. I said, who the hell was it that called me in here?
Oh, hi.
There's no need to shout. We can all hear you.
What you say?
There's no point struggling. You're caught in a snare. The relentless snare of law. And I'm the one that holds you in.
Too cool.
Don't let him get the best of you, Nick.
Wait, she's under the table.
Don't let him get the best of you, Nick.
Let's start with the basics. You know about the incident in question, correct?
Incident? I don't know nothing about no stinking incident, mask boy.
You mean you didn't attend the previous trial of Maggie Bird?
Maggie who? I got some more important things to do than watch courtroom dramas.
Of course. Well, perhaps you could give us your testimony then. Please, tell us about what you did on the day of the murder.
Phoenix Wright. You've been the one who's
who set this up, didn't you? You's gonna regret the day you ruffled the tiger's fur. You hear what I'm saying? I can't do a Brooklyn accent. Closest I can get is,
Okay, Mr. J.
that's the closest I can get. God, maybe I should have brought a diaper with me today. What? Gross.
Get a grip, Nick.
Says the person hiding underneath the table. You brought a diaper. The tiger's alibi. I don't know nothing about no murder. I was tied up with business in December last year. Spent all my time in my office. I got whales lined up to borrow cash from tender lender every single day. Yous want to check my alibi? Just ask Viola. Oh, at least I found my pen. Did you actually lose your pen? Very well then, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examine. Ah! What is it? Please, witness, if you could refrain from shouting out like that. Wait, what is it? Please, witness, if you could refrain from shouting out like that. It scares me. I can only do a small tidbits of Harley Quinn. I can't do a full one.
Okay, Mr. J. Rick, it's crazy if you aren't nice to her plants. 10 years at medical school and she says nurse. He says nurse.
And then,
Okay, Pun. Oh, Pun.
That's literally all I can do. I can't keep her voice. I try. But it's hard to figure out what she would say and then make it into a voice, so. Yeah, I'm not very good with a Brooklyn accent. I know Deacon Games, the guy in the blue place. That lowlife ain't no lawyer. He just punches away at stupid details till he wins. Lowlife? Me? Coming from a lobster mobster? Listen up, smarty. Every time you ask me something that don't relate to this case, I'ma bill you $500,000. You just gotta borrow the cash from me. No! You're essentially paying yourself. That doesn't do anything. That's one loan contract I refuse to sign. And don't think you ain't gonna hurt when you tangle with the tiger. Still pretty good, even though I can only do a few lines.
I love a good spectator sport.
Just a minute. It's really not.
This witness is, how can I put it, a hungry tiger roaming the urban jungle. Get on his bad side, and he'll bite everyone's head off. Yours too.
Very well. I have no choice but to impose a penalty system here. You better be listening. I said I got business to take care of. Big business. If I don't split now, I ain't gonna catch my bus. The court will impose a penalty for any irrelevant pressing of witness testimony. Keep that in mind as you begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Of course you do, of course. Yes, Your Honor. You can do it, Nick! Get out from under the table, Maya! Come out from under there already, would you, Maya? The tiger's alibi. Oh, really? Oh, okay. So I had to find the one to press them on. Gotcha. So I should save, just to be safe. How big of a penalty is it? Last year's... It's, Are you sure about that? We were talking about 1 month ago, you know. You see these teeth? That's how sharp my secretary is. Sharp? Is he talking about Viola? kind of bratty. She writes everything in my scheduler. Scheduler? December, mainly in the office. That's what it says, so that's where I was. It seems like a rather sketchy schedule. There he goes again. The tiger did all December isn't the issue. What's important is what he was doing on the day of the murder. So, now what? Press it. Press it! Mr. Tiger, let's use one! If you wouldn't mind going into a bit more detail.
This is a dead end, right? And you know it. Remember the rules.
No. It's essential that we establish the witness's alibi accurately.
I agree.
The table. The victim was killed on December 3rd. Were you in the office that day too? Maybe you ain't listening. Of course I was. Never set foot outside. I had meetings all day with a bunch of cats wanting to do business with me. I had never seen that young kid before.
I do believe the witness's last statement was important. Mr. Gunn, if you could please...
Mr. Tiger, the court asks you to add that last statement to your testimony.
Don't let an animal beat you. Be a man, Your Honor, and ask him yourself. I say as I want to hide under the table. The days you used to arm about, I was in the office too. Never saw that kid before. Okay, let's save it. Got what I needed, but I need to see if I need to press it or if I need to present evidence. You do know Mr. Glenelg? Really? I don't mess with the guppies when there are bigger fish to fry. What you say, boss? Who? Me? How's about I hit you about $200,000? Well, I was thinking about purchasing a nice car from Europe. Are you seriously considering this?
Wow, Tiger's really good salesman, huh?
Yeah, and if I want to sell this case, I need to copy him.
How about you hand over that piece of evidence, boss?
I wish that was easy. It was that easy. Okay. I've seen this kid before. Mr. Tiger, you claim you don't know Mr. Glenelg, but it appears Mr. Glenelg knew you. What? Mr. Glenelg left this little note on his calendar. Meet with the tiger. And the date? December 3rd. December 3rd? That's the day of the murder. Why does my voice keep cracking? So, Mr. Tiger, I submit that you did indeed knew one Mr. Glenelg. Because on the very day of the incident, you met with him. Not bad. He's actually not bad. Sorry? I was just messing with you to see how good you were.
Did you hear that, Nick? He said you're not bad.
That's one compliment I can do without. Plus, he's lying through his teeth. Witness, please remember that you're under oath. Lies will not be tolerated. You's calling me a liar? Is that what you doing? Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh.
So you're saying that your claim to have never seen that kid before is the truth?
I said I'm dead serious. The better believe that's the truth.
Then I'd say that gives me time to enjoy another cup of pure black magic. And that is, while you testify for the court again, Mr. Tiger.
Oh, yes. Would you mind indulging the court witness?
Ruh-roh, Raggy. Ruh-roh. You never actually met the victim. It's gotta be a lie right there. It's time I nailed this guy. Ruh-roh. Great, all I'm thinking about is Scooby-Doo. Victim, Glenelg. I ain't no liar. I ain't never met Glenelg. There was some lame guy with that name, though. Let him borrow cash from me. Except for me with that guy. At my office, Tenderland. Waiting around for him, he ain't never showed up. I ain't never been to Trabian joints, yeah? Oh, I know what you need. Like, Zoink, I can't do Shaggy. And I don't think I can do Velma or Daphne. I can only do Scooby. The closest I can do to a Mystery Incorporated member is freaking Scooby. Row, Raggy, the Ruby Scrack. Ruby Rack. Wrong. Raggy, our Ruby Shack. I'm not even good at that.
I see. That all seems perfectly logical. You had arranged to meet with the victim, but he didn't show up.
I've heard that's pretty hard to keep appointments when you're dead.
Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Didn't I tell you I got big deal going down today? I ain't gonna make my bus now. I'm gonna have to take the express train. That bill's gonna straight to you, right? My freaking Brooklyn accent keeps going southern. I ain't no liar. I never met Liddell. Same thing where I can't press him without taking a penalty. Let me save again because this guy's tricky. Here we go. Mr. Tiger, is there something you'd like to tell the court about these matches? Matches? What are you talking about? We found them in your office at Tenderlander. They're from that restaurant. What? If you've really never been to Tramienne before, what was the book of the restaurant's matches doing on your desk? You've been snooping around my stuff now too, wise guy? Where are you, my ball and chain? Ain't no broad controlling me. I actually do.
Order! Well, witness, I think it's time you started telling us the truth, don't you?
Stop with the face!
Sorry! I'm terribly sorry. Forgive me.
I ain't no pussycat. I don't go back on what I said. But, okay. I was at the joint that day. What? But listen good, alright. I might have been there, but I still never met that kid.
Well. Looks like an order just came in for another testimony.
I'm this close to proving it was him. He did meet Glen Elk that day. And he did put poison in his coffee. He must have.
Atramian.
I was supposed to meet with the kid at the restaurant that afternoon. When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. The guy was laid out over the table stiff as concrete. Figured it if the place wasn't already. It was gonna be, so I split. I heard the cop sirens on my way out and went straight back to my office.
I see. You didn't actually meet with him in the end, then. Well, Mr. Wright, cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Hold it! If I wait around here any longer, I ain't gonna make the normal express. No more stupid questions.
Ha, no problem. Anytime Wright presses you on something irrelevant, I'll see he pays a penalty.
Or you gonna throw more coffee at my head?
Mr. Gatto, that's my job.
Your job is to slam that little hammer of yours and call a guilty verdict. So do it.
Yes, sir.
That special express ain't cheap, right? Just so you know since you're paying. Oh, man. Doesn't the rule of law mean anything around here? I'm not the one who pulled you in here anyway. Let's press him on that. He went straight back.
Did doubt of guilt suddenly hit you for what you did?
What you's trying to say? You trying to tell me you's ain't never been guilty of nothing?
We all have our crosses to bear. We all have to swallow the dark secrets we hide. Like this.
Stop chugging the coffee! The courtroom's not exactly the place to talk about dark secrets, is it?
It seems you've done it again, Mr. Wright. Another irrelevant line of questioning.
What was the penalty? Yeah.
Oh, Nick, what do you think?
He's running out of ways to avoid the truth. I need to press him fast before he has time to think things through. Gotta come right back at him with a contradiction.
Be careful what you press them on, though, or you'll get penalized, okay?
Yeah, I know I'll be penalized. So the meeting wasn't due to take place at Tinderlinder at all then?
The kid was making a fuss about coming into the office. It's always that way when I want to talk about repayments. Even though I got the best punching bag you've ever seen, if there was any issues.
Maybe it's best with the punching bag that people are scared to come. So that's why you decided to meet at Trebian?
You're going over old ground again, Wright.
Sorry?
You just earned yourself a penalty. Now suck it down.
You will suck down the penalty, Mr. Wright, and you will like it. Now suck!
Thank you, sir! May I have another? An ugly scene? What do you mean?
The witness has already told us Wright, which makes the question irrelevant.
But...
I limit myself to 17 cups of coffee during a trial. That's the rule. You better limit the number of times you take a penalty, Wright.
Always save beforehand, so I'm fine. Yeah, I would imagine. I mean, I've only seen stuff on TV and everything, but for a loan office, whether it's like loaning items, like renting it out or anything, it's you have to have no soul. Because after it's time for the payments, you're essentially hunting them down to the very end until they decide to pay you up. So
your guts will look like the inside of a chimney. Ashen.
Don't make me burn you again, Mr. Wright.
I guess I shouldn't have pressed him on that.
Guess I'm gonna make that special express after all. So, to recap, this ugly scene you saw was...
You mean you saw Glenelg's dead body?
I guess I did. Well, I saw him from behind. He was wearing some raggy bit of cloth he had called a hat.
What time was this?
I don't know.
Huh?
You know what winds me up more than anything else in the world? Watches. Round watches. I could have pollute my paws with some ticking henpecker.
Henpecker?
Out of interest, Mr. Tiger, what winds you up the second most?
Huh? What'd you think? Square watches.
Watches in general get me upset.
Is this guy for real?
Look, all I needed to know was that something bad was going down that place. Figured that place was not already, I was gonna be. It was gonna be, so I slipped.
So you didn't actually set foot inside the restaurant then?
Tiger's a busy cat. I don't hang around for no one. I ain't got time to cut up in no murder investigation.
So, when exactly did you pick up the matches?
There were matches just inside the front door. Our detective friend wound up in trouble with the chief after taking 5 books home.
Poor Gumshoe. It's almost enough to make a name cry. Oh, there we are. You're something of a loan collecting pro, aren't you, Mr. Tiger? No one escaped the tiger's clutches. Well, I'm something of a lie detecting pro. And no one escapes the phoenix's clutches. I think it's time we got something straight.
What's this, Wright? A new line of irrelevant questioning.
These are the floor plans of the crime scene. You say we're standing at the entrance, Mr. Tiger. From there, your field of vision would have covered an area something like this.
Indeed, the witness would have a clear view of the victim's seat. Isn't that what I just said? I saw the back of the kid's head.
Unfortunately for you, that is not possible. If the court would think back, you'll remember that between each of the tables is a tall partition.
Why? True.
Now look at the plans again. The truth is painfully obvious. From the entrance, the field of vision of any customer walking in ends here. So, from the entrance of Trebien, you can have seen the victim's seat. But you did see the victim that day, because you met with him.
Wrong. Have you forgotten the old man's testimony yesterday? The victim was alone at his table.
But the defense just proved that point to be mute. The victim, witnessed by Mr. Kudo, was not Glenn Elg, but a fake.
What?
In order to have Mr. Kudo falsely testify, the real killer posed as the victim he had just killed and acted out a charade.
That will do. The trial has gone on long enough without the obvious question being answered. Who exactly was this real killer who impersonated the victim? You say the killer murdered Glenn Elg, and then impersonated his victim in the performance from Mr. Victor Kudo. In that case, Miss Wright, reveal the identity of this criminal to the court.
This criminal? It's very obvious who it was. It was like the chief. Oh, she's only 25. He's 40. You shouldn't be anywhere near her. Go away. I didn't read that. I got distracted. Obviously, the killer is Furio Tiger. No one else could have done it.
What? Well, witness.
Yeah. Now that's cute. You think you can pin this on the tiger? Maybe you don't understand. Tiger's king of the jungle. So I dares you to say it again. Come on, you got the guts?
You can't threaten me, Mr. Tiger. It's the defense. Go ahead and tell the witness, Mr. Wright.
I hate
Mr. Wright!
Sounds to me like it must be you, old man. He's got guts, I'll give you that.
Mr. Wright, do not leave me to handle this alone.
Perhaps I can end this embarrassment.
Mr. Gatto.
Let's just go back over Mr. Kudo's testimony one more time. The old man didn't see just the victim. Oh, no.
Servant girl brought him a cappuccino. She put something in it. There's no question about it. She was conspicuously put some white powder in there.
Was the victim he saw the real victim or not? That doesn't matter. The fact remains that he saw the accused put the poison into the coffee.
Yes, it was the waitress who poisoned the coffee.
Very impressive, Mr. Gatto. Waiting for my absence to launch your attack.
Found your pin at last, right?
It was in my pocket. him. But anyway. Mr. Kudo witnessed 2 people that day. He saw the victim, the supposed Mr. Glenelg, and the waitress from behind.
Yes, your point, Mr. Wright.
I think the conclusion is obvious. If this Glenelg was really the killer in disguise, then surely it's possible the waitress was also part of the show.
What? You mean the waitress was an imposter as well?
The defendant, Miss Bird, fell unconscious immediately after the incident. And someone used her fainting to hatch an elaborate plan to pin the murder on her.
Who on earth was it? Who was this waitress that Mr. Kudo witnessed?
It was her.
Who is this woman?
Her name is Viola Canavarani. She was an employee of Tender Lender.
He's making a big mistake.
Do you know who Violetta's grandfather is?
You better be going home in the armored truck tonight if you know what I mean.
Stop shaking, Nick.
You're not the one under fire by a friggin' Yakuza! Where was I? Yes, the defendant, Miss Bird, has said the following.
Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table, sure there was another customer in the restaurant. She was sort of creepy. She had a kind of cackling laugh.
There are just too many contradictions in this case. The second man at the victim's table, who nobody but Miss Bird seems to have seen. The earpiece worn by the victim in his left ear when the eardrum was ruptured. And the radio show he was supposedly listening to half an hour after it was over. There's only one logical explanation that clears up all of these contradictions. The whole incident took place twice. Once for real, and once for show. And Mr. Furio Tiger, the only person who could have committed the crime, is you.
Witness, what have you got to say?
That's cute.
Sorry?
You's alright. I could do with a guy like you around. What do you mean?
Okay, I'm in on this game. I'm gonna have to charter a jet to get to my mean now, but I'm gonna give you one more thing to think about before I go.
Something to think about.
You's get all wrapped up nice, alright? But you's missed one real important thing.
But it can't be.
I was in the joint that day, and I met that kid too. But I couldn't have poisoned him. He's here?
What? Do you really expect us to believe you now, Mr. Tiger?
You a troublemaker.
Troublemaker?
Looks like we're going to need another one for the road. One more steaming cup of hot testimony.
Indeed. Witness, you will explain yourself to the court. I will give you one more chance to testify. What happened that day at Trebienne between yourself and the victim?
Ties to the victim. Yeah, I loaned out cash, about $100,000. That day, we was due to have a little chat. The kid had his payback date, see. So anyway, he tells me he's got no way to pay up. I've had a flattened guy. That's when he starts screaming. Yes, I won $500,000. He got lucky, you know? Real lucky. If that waitress had done what she done, everything would have been over.
Now, I see that the principal amount you loaned to Mr. L was $50,000.
Yeah, well, you've got the vague to take into account. Interest builds up fast, you know.
That's faster than fast. $100,000 is twice his principal. And the repayment deadline was December 3rd, the day of the incident in question.
Yeah, he was one lucky kid. He got the $500,000 just in time. So I ain't had no reason to kill the kid. And if I ain't got no motive, you ain't got no case.
His motive?
He must have one. But what is it? The MC Bomber Disc! The virus!
Save it.
How much did he have left on his debt? You wanted in round figures? $100,000. That's the whole amount. We're talking about a guy who had 58 cents in his wallet.
What? He's telling me he wasn't even gonna pay for the coffee?
He certainly seems to have been a brave man, this Mr. Elg.
That guy was smooth, I tell you. He's real smooth. You'll have your money in less than 5 minutes. That's what he says to me. That guy then tells me the tender tiger. He was skating on thin ice with me.
Here you go.
The waitress. You mean that girl with the glasses and the offended shit? Who else could I mean? If she hadn't gone the way, things would have been bada bang, bada boom, over and done with.
Maybe I should push a little on this. Maggie did. That's how things would have been. What do you mean things would have been over and done with?
I use all here what? I'm talking about the cash. I was there to get my $100,000 back, that's all. I'm a businessman. It's all coming together before the waitress got in the way.
As far as I can tell from the witness's testimony, other than recouping his loan, Mr. Tiger had no motive for killing the victim. Witness, you will amend your testimony to reflect what you just said. The tiger's motive, huh?
Dang it!
Shut up, shut up. Oh, here we go.
He was after the $100,000. I didn't have no other reason to kill the guy.
Yes, you did. Liar.
So you just intended to get back the $100,000 Mr. Elg owed you, correct?
I loaned the guy the cash, so that's my right.
Unfortunately for Mr. Elg, I don't believe the $100,000 is what you were really after. What are you getting at, Wright? What else would a moneylender be after other than money? Oh, the moneylender was after money. But money in a totally different league. The kind of money that a single disc like this would fetch.
What is that?
A computer virus, Your Honor. A virus called MC Bomber.
Computer virus? What does one of those do?
Computer virus is a program that wreaks havoc on the inside of a computer.
Computer? And what does one of those do?
I guess the beard isn't the only part of His Honor that is from the Stone Age. I'll explain it to you later, Your Honor. Right now, this is the important point. A virus like MC Bomber would be worth several $1 million in the black market.
Several $1 million?
Lending money with no hope of ever seeing repayment would normally be bad for business. But in this case, the very fact that Glenn Elg had no way to repay the money is crucial.
What?
Glenn Elg was a programmer. A highly skilled programmer. That skill was the collateral Mr. Elg put up in order to borrow the money. We're trying to suggest the witness's motive as to get hold of that program. Exactly. The witness may have poor fashion sense, but he is by no means an idiot, Wright. A man like him could get his hands on $1 million without resorting to murder. Of course he could, provided that he had time. But what if he needed the money right then? When the pressure's on, luxury of choice tends to disappear. It seems you have a logical conclusion for this theory, Mr. Wright. Would you care to share it with us? Why did Mr. Tiger need money to the tune of $1 million? Oh, maybe some medical records? In December of last year, you found yourself in need of a huge amount of money. About 6 months ago, you were involved in a traffic accident, weren't you? An accident involving a car and a scooter in which a young woman was injured. She was taken to the hospital where she underwent surgery. How much of this do you know? These medical papers document the treatment of the young woman in question. According to these, her operation cost $1 million. And yet, when the payment was due last month, you somehow managed to pay it in full. $1 million. Preposterous sum. Someone should sue the HMOs. No one could pay a bill like that. The medical association got wind of it. The hospital would end up as dead as a morgue. But Mr. Tiger had no choice but to pay, because his very life depended on it. Order! 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 See, his life depended on it, Mr. Wright. Indeed it did. Simply because the injured woman was none other than Viola Verani. Did you say Verani? Bruno Verani, mob boss in charge of all underworld activities in the city, and doting grandfather of his precious Violetta, also known as Viola Verani. Your life was in danger unless you paid compensation to the boss, correct? It makes sense. You were desperate to acquire the $1 million Bruno Verani demanded of you. So desperate, in fact, that you decided to sacrifice Glen Elg's life to pay your debt. On the day of the murder, Mr. Tiger's sole intention was to get his hands on the CD. Glen Elg had no way of paying back the $100,000. Mr. Tiger knew it. But then a miracle happened. The kind that Mr. Tiger would prefer to say never happened. But he can't. And neither can I. The lottery win. Exactly. At the 11th hour, Mr. Elg won $500,000 of the lottery. Which left Mr. Tiger with no way of getting his hands on the all-important CD. At least, no legitimate way. So he resorted to illegitimate means. That's crazy. He murdered Glen Elg, and then made his next move. To frame Maggie Bird for the crime. Mr. Tiger posed as Glen Elg, while Viola Verani played the role of Miss Bird. And then they reenacted the whole thing in order to establish a witness. The witness being the one we all heard testify yesterday, Mr. Victor Kudo. Like I said, Wright, that's crazy. No one could pull off a stunt like that. For starters, there's no way the chef could have been kept in the dark about it. But Mr. Armstrong was in on it from the very beginning. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Gatto? Mr. Armstrong owed the witness money too. $500,000, in fact. He had no choice but to go along with Mr. Tiger's plan. Order! Order! Silence or I'll... Oh, you just put on good show, Spiky. If you just want to stay alive in the loan shark business, you gotta be careful. You saying I dressed up like that kid, create a witness and frame someone? If I did something crazy like that, I'd leave a trail as bright as my shirt. I ain't dumb enough to do something sloppy like that. I agree. You do? Despite your appearance, you are very careful. And that's why you took one more precaution. One more trick to make sure Miss Bird had no way out. What?
Another one. Another one, Mr. Wright?
Interesting. Why don't you fill us all in, Trite? What? What was this trick you say Mr. Tiger performed to frame the accused?
Oh, he posed as me. Freaking pretended to be me.
What on earth is that? What an insult to think anyone would be fooled by such childish imitation.
Consider yourself insulted, Your Honor. Mr. Tiger. You didn't just pose as the victim on the day of question. A month ago, in this very court, you posed as me.
What? That's
the truth.
But the witness looks nothing like you, Mr. Wright. Although, now that I think about it, it was you, wasn't it? No doubt it was you, standing in here, this very court a mere month ago. The Phoenix Wright who put up the most disreputable, shouting defense I had ever seen.
Can you prove that, Gramps? Prove the attorney who represented the accused here a month ago was this man? Are you prepared to take the stand and testify that it was him?
Forget about it, yeah? I wouldn't do something like that. Not me. You made a mistake, right? That was someone else, huh? Have you no pride, sir?
This is a matter of pride. In case you didn't know, right here in court, we deal with people's lives.
Mr. Gatto is right. Your Honor, speaking up for myself, I am absolutely convinced. The attorney in question was the witness standing before me now. However, I preside over this court as the judge, with the vested power to hand down a verdict. So, in my position, cannot be swayed by a memory without evidence to support it.
No!
If the defense has no further evidence, the court will now excuse the witness. The circumstances surrounding Mr. Tiger are dubious for sure, but not conclusive.
But we've come so far.
You say he impersonated Glen Elk. You say he impersonated you. But none of that adds up to a murder charge. You don't have a shred of evidence that the witness poisoned the victim's coffee.
Ha! Sucks to be you, right? Don't mess with the tiger, you gotta get mauled, you got that? All we managed to do here was chase him around a bit. I was so close to getting him to admit his own guilt.
Huh. Looks like I won't be needing a refill.
If I had just one more piece of evidence, and maybe I can get Maggie off the hook.
This witness cross-examination is over. You are free to go, Mr. Tiger.
Wait, Gumshoe! Gumshoe, show up! Gumshoe! Hold it!
Your Honor, sir.
Wait! He comes with wave a devil fruit looking handkerchief.
Detective!
Detective Gumshoe!
Sorry it took so long, pal. I staked everything on this. My badge, the works. So here it is. My heart's counting on this too.
What is it, Detective?
Isn't it obvious, pal? It's the final decisive piece of evidence.
What?
Oh, why did I say papaya? I was agreeing with you and I said your name for some reason. I was meaning to agree and I just said your name. I apologize. January 8th, 2:48 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1.
Sorry it took so long, pal. I finally got the results from the lab.
Results?
About the prints, pal. From this medicine bottle.
Oh, so? Do you know who the prints belong to?
You think I'm some kind of hack detective? Of course I know.
So, tell us. They're the tigers, right? I knew it.
You bet! Clear as crystal all over the bottle. They're Pharaoh Tiger's paw prints, alright?
That's great! We've come now, Nick! What's wrong with you? You've hardly said a word since Detective Gumshoe got here. He's laid everything on the line for this, Nick!
I know. Look, I'm sorry. It's kind of hard to say, but it really doesn't make any difference whose prints are on that bottle now.
Huh? What? Why not?
When we need to produce at the stage of the final trial, is irrefutable evidence that the tiger put poison in Glen Elk's coffee. He's already admitted that he met the victim. The fact that his prints are on this bottle, that really doesn't make any difference now.
I knew it. Great. No matter how hard I try, I'm never of any use.
Hey, don't be so hard on yourself.
This is our last chance to help Maggie. I've been working on some useless piece of evidence the whole time. It's alright. I'm a real loser. I'm not breaking news to me, pal.
Detective Gumshoe? Maggie! You've been working on something. For me?
Sorry I let you down, Maggie. I know you didn't do it. And I'm a detective. We're supposed to be able to prove stuff like that. I'm really sorry. I'll get out of your way now.
Detective Gumshoe! Wait!
He's gone.
Isn't there anything we can do now, Nick?
Wish there was. Don't you work so hard to get this evidence? If only there was some way I could use it. Small bottle put into pocket. Covered in Tiger's fingerprints. January 8th, 3:04 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 4.
Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
I grant you a recess so you can prepare this decisive evidence you've discovered.
Yes.
Don't keep us all in suspense, Trilogy. Show us. Naturally. We can assume it's evidence that will actually stand up in court, can't we?
Think, Phoenix. Don't let Gumshoe's hard work go to waste. How much more of my time are you gonna waste? I ain't been to no court before. These lawyers sure know how to blow things out of proportion.
No doubt, given the nature of the evidence, it will speak for itself. Nevertheless, talk us through it, Mr. Wright.
Well, I know I can't prove anything new with this evidence. I'm really backed into a corner here. Maybe he thinks he's got me beat. He'll let his guard down a bit.
Don't keep us waiting any longer, Mr. Wright. Present this final, decisive piece of evidence to the court.
That's all I got. This is the defense's final piece of evidence.
Isn't that the victims?
Your Honor. Naturally, the court is already aware of the contents of this bottle. However, interesting new information has come to light. We have clearly identified some fingerprints on it. Fingerprints belonging to you, Mr. Tiger.
What? But, Mr. Wright, what conclusion are you hoping to draw from this new information?
No one in here knows what the bottle contains. Except one man. One person in this courtroom should theoretically be in the dark. Our prints are on that pansy-looking bottle. Is that what you saying? Well, what the hell's in it anyway? A phony trial, a phony lawyer, and phony clues. Everything about this case has been phony. Seems like the perfect excuse for some phony evidence. Mr. Tiger, this is a decisive piece of evidence that will prove your guilt. Why? Because it contains potassium cyanide. Potassium cyanide. Please, Gato, do not mess this up for me. Potassium cyanide. The bottle contains potassium cyanide.
Potassium cyanide.
poison used to murder Mr. Elg, Your Honor. The victim's killer used this very bottle. And on this bottle, Mr. Tiger, we found your fingerprints. Well, how do you explain that? You make a good clown, you know that? What? Yous ain't never gonna get this to stick. He's just making me laugh now. You think a cheap bluff like that's gonna fool the tiger? Bluff? I can see straight through you, Phoenix Wright. Ain't the ball with the cyanide in it? No. This is the ball we found traces of poison in. Don't mess with the tiger. You're gonna get ripped to shreds. The cyanide ball was brown. It was made of glass. That cheap piece of trash. Don't look nothing like it. Does he not realize what he said? Got him. At last. What? Why has everyone gone quiet? Said that bottle. Is this the bottle you're referring to? Yeah, that's it. That's the bottle the cyanide was in. But yous ain't gonna find my prints on that bottle. Don't let that cozy-looking soup fool you people. That lawyer's just playing games. Tell him, Mr. Prosecutor. Tell that guy where to go.
You still haven't figured it out. Don't you realize what you just said?
What I said? What did I just say? You were summoned to this court for the first time earlier today. You really had nothing to do with the murder. You shouldn't have known all the little details. For instance, you shouldn't have known what kind of bottle the potassium cyanide was in. But just now, you slipped up in front of every single person in this courtroom. You described the exact bottle used by the killer to hold the poison. You don't know who you're messing with. Tiger! Control millions of dollars on the black market. You think I'm gonna let some jumped up suit get the better of me? Sure, the last piece of evidence was phony. But that's just what you deserve. The phony trial of a phony lawyer. It was all played out by you, the biggest phony of all. I can't do that! It's still going! It's gone dark. Blackout. Am I dead? It is the blackout. What the frick? What's going on? It looks like a blackout. Who smacked me?
Well done, Trite.
Why is your visor still going?
I saved my 17th cup of coffee just for you.
What? Why?
Savor it. While you watch the police restrain your prey.
Why did you throw that at me? Was that praise? What was that? That guy's frozen solid now.
Mr. Wright, caught Tiger by his toe, but if this one hollers, he won't be let go. Now then, how are things going with Mr. Tiger, Mr. Gatto? He's being arrested on suspicion of murder of Glenelg, Your Honor. Fortunately for us, we managed to rectify a very grave error. This bird was found guilty in the absence of a genuine defense attorney.
Yes, she was.
And in the absence of genuine evidence. But the tiger made one mistake. Indeed. He very nearly got away with everything if it wasn't for that one slip of the tongue. Furio Tiger is a truly frightening criminal. Ha! The truly frightening one. It's that defense attorney over there.
Gatto.
Well, I am now in a position to deliver my verdict. This court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird,
not guilty. Yes! Gumshoe King throw him his confetti! Yay! Maggie's free! Maggie's free!
This is all. That is all. This court is adjourned.
January 8th, 4:10 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 1.
Mr. Wright, I'm at a loss for words. Thank you, sir.
Congratulations, Maggie! I was so mad when Mr. Wright landed me in all that trouble a month ago, and now I feel I can forgive him.
Hey! It wasn't me, Maggie! That was the tiger!
Look, Nick! In the doorway.
Oh, hi, Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe.
Oh, guess I'll be heading off then. See you around, pal.
Oh, wait!
Detective Gumshoe.
Yeah. Congratulations, Maggie.
Thanks.
I knew you were innocent all along.
Why didn't you say that at your testimony then?
Huh? Oh, well, Well, guess I'll be heading off then. See you around.
Okay, bye. Wait up, Detective! You just ran off!
Maggie, why are you being so hard on him? He busted his butt for you.
It's thanks to him that we got the medication bottle.
That wasn't even of any use. But it's only because Mr. Wright used it so cleverly. Detective Gumshoe was just running around in circles.
Poor guy. Looks like she still isn't ready to forgive him.
Can you put in a good word for him, Nick?
Yeah, he was right. We should help Gumshoe out. It's clear he needs it. Maggie? No, Detective Gumshoe's been really worried about you through all of this.
I want to believe that, sir. But on that first day of the trial, he practically gave the judge a free pass to lock me up.
He didn't have any choice, Maggie. He's a detective. He has to report the facts.
He doubted me, that's why. He thought I might have done it.
No, he didn't. I gotta prove to her that Gumshoe really cares about her. I know. Give her a little present to celebrate her freedom. Here you go. Here you are. A present to celebrate your freedom.
That's...
A present from Detective Gumshoe. Made with a ton of love.
He said he lost weight and he was worried about you. He put lots of his weenies in it. Detective Gumshoe. I actually really like weenies, you know?
Whose stomach? Is it yours or is it hers?
Did you guys hear that? I'm pretty hungry myself, you know?
No, back off. Yeah, the trial dragged on a bit today, didn't it? This is Maggie's weenies from Gumshoe. It's Gumshoe's weenies that are meant for Maggie. Do not eat them. You've already eaten them before. Do not eat them again.
Is it okay if I eat this now?
Yeah, go ahead, eat it. She's crying.
So, how is it, Maggie? It's really good.
So the case of the phony versus genuine comes to an end. The false allegations surrounding Maggie have all been cleared up. And who knows? Maybe a whole new chapter of her life is about to start. Yeah, Gumshoe used his entire salary for all those weenies. Recipe for a turnabout. You're back? Why are you back? What's going on? Sleeping woman? Sleeping woman? Why do you have a briefcase? There's a sleeping woman and a guy threatening a girl with a knife. What is going on? Turnabout beginnings. What? What? Brand new episode has been added. Wait. Okay. I wanted to make sure that I didn't... I'm gonna have to close it again because I don't want to be spoiled. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today. Good day, good night, whatever time it is for you, and hopefully I don't see Clocksworth Chef or Lobster Mobster again. Oh my gosh.